What up? Get this set up here. Check cover. Watch. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. Hey, Daniel. Bum, da, 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 da. Bum, dun, 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 dun. Bum, dun, 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 dun. Whoop, up, 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 up. Ah, thank you. Partnerversary. All right. Zum bum 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 bana 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 bana. Wait, where's my phone? Gotta get my Twitch chat pulled up. Happy partner anniversary. Thank you, boy. I'm not too late. I arrived precisely when I want to. I had to finish my coaching sessions, y'all. I just finished just a few moments ago. My boy, when Ben Best winning like a boss. Yeah. Will you do 5 push-ups for a follow? No. Question is will you do 5 push-ups? Otherwise, I'll ban you. That's the real question. Bet? Alright, attaboy. Do them anyway? Dang it, man! I'm a slave to my own Twitch chat. This sucks, man. Done. Okay. Congratulations, you dodged a bullet. Did you hear the Team Singapore World Cup drama? Alright. We might have to dig into some of the juice that's going on here. Cause I heard of it, but I haven't checked. Oh my gosh, anyone think of the gifted subs? My voice goes hard. Holy crap, 20 gifted subs? Jeez, congratulations to Chicken Slapper, Astro Moon, Weechi, Pineapple Kim said, MILF, Justin Seems Alpha Mag, Zaki, King of Bar, Slugger, RW Arctic Citizens, Odalin, see I remembered your name, 1 Factorial, Unbound, Dave, Org, iPrix May, QS, Fresk, The Todd, 20 for 20, man, this guy, I just did bench press yesterday. Can you even see the push-ups? I don't even know if you can see the push-ups. It's word of honor. Close enough. Thanks for the gifted subs, man. That's super nice. Washington popped off. Man, they did. They really did. They did. My back is ripped, bro. Technically, that's an old picture, but thank you. But you know, it doesn't matter. I'm even more ripped now. My friend is a social lead and it's funny now. Alright, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Okay. This is what I'm gonna be telling to all the Shock fans the rest of this week. This is it. You guys ready for this one? Wait, just on, literally on loop.
Daddy, chill.
What the hell is even that? Get everybody out of my yard!
It's Miguel's thing, he's doing it.
Daddy, chill. Daddy, chill. Daddy, chill. Daddy, chill. Daddy, chill.
You got me? Listen, I get it. You know, Shock looks like Duke in the water here, but it's all right. Because here's the thing. Wait, there's more gifted subs? Yo, Matt, Maverick, Main Street as a Nemo, Hot Mess, Brisk Notch, Noctar, Punchy Billups, The Cooler, Bobby Mojack, Blazer, Four Kings, Biggest Cheddar, the Sigma Male, Odd Meow, Mythical Mongoose, Mercurial. Thank you so much for the gifted subs. But here's the thing. You know that the situation that they're in sucks, right? You know. So at least part of the performance, we know, is to probably extenuating circumstances. So crappy, whatever happened with NRG, maybe bad luck, who knows, right? So that's sucky. But Daddy, chill. Daddy, chill. You feel me? Chill. The roster's still the same. On paper, good. You still got Krusty. Just play it out. Play it out. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. You don't have to pretend that Shock is a good team right now. Shock looks terrible. But just chill. Just chill. Save your pitchforks for next stage. You know what I'm saying? If they look trash next stage and they continue to look trash, okay, then I give you permission to, commit homicide. Until then, Daddy, chill. What do you think? Outlaws need to be the top team that was heartbroken over the rain loss? I don't know. I didn't watch the game. See, here's the thing. I watch Overwatch League, but if I'm coaching, I can't watch Overwatch League. So yesterday, the timing was like legit could not have been worse because I started coaching at like 3:30 p.m. EST. So I was literally doing a bunch of work prior to that, but then I literally was like working during the entire Overwatch League. But then I also try to avoid bigger games because I feel like I'm going to review them afterwards anyway. So yeah, I don't know. It was a 3-1, right? Why is Genji playing even without Ana and when his neutral game is an oldest week? His neutral game isn't weak, it's more compositional specific. Where was Genji being played? Where was Genji being played? Well, first off, it's freaking Alpha Yi, okay? Alpha Yi is like, if I remember correctly, like one of the best Genjis, no? Like in the world? Like right now? Like he's phenomenal, right? Where was he played? Hollywood. I mean, it's a pretty good Genji map, especially first point. First point is really good Genji map because close high grounds, so Tracer's not as good, and close high grounds. Right? That's like Genji world. And then second point, he's a lot weaker, but he already had Blade. And let me see here. I'm looking through the footage here, and it looks like they just stayed for Blade, and then it was just like one really long fight. And so then on third point, once again, Genji's strong. So you might as well stay Genji. Because short high grounds. I mean, I say it's reasonable. I would have been surprised if they'd stayed Genji on retake second. Hi, Spilo. All of your YouTube videos came here to say, hey, appreciate it, mate. What do you think of Ons becoming a head coach for TSM? Honestly, was okay. That one was weird. That one was weird. We'll wait and see, though. Turns out Violet was the real brains behind Shock. You don't know that. Who knows? Shock played on Hollywood and on Rialto. I mean, yeah, Rialto first, Rialto third, pretty good Genji points. Yeah. Happy partner anniversary. Thank you, guys. Today is Valiant versus Rain. Rain playing so many games. Why is that? I'm not sure, actually. That's a good question. Am I watching Rain versus Valiant? I'm going to try and watch 2 games, yeah. No Luke Mino on DPS. People said, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Team Singapore, so if you guys don't know the juice, Team Singapore appears to be imploding. I know John Galt, I've known John Galt for a while, so something is going on with Singapore and toxic players and clownery. So I'm not gonna have time to go over all of this, but basically the TLDR is that like there's apparently some toxic teams, but then there's apparently some miscommunication. There's like a lot of juice going on here. Because one of the first things that showed up in my feed was something like, decides to kick the only 2 remaining contenders players ever got banned without anyone knowing, even social lead. After having a 4-hour block. So there's a lot of juice here. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, you're gonna have to go off of rep here. John Galt has a pretty good rep. These guys don't seem like they have that good rep from what I know. So I'm gonna be, without knowing anything, give John Galt the benefit of the doubt because the guy has a good reputation for being a pretty classy guy. So you're gonna have to do your own research here, but there's some serious juice going on around here. Hey, it's me. I'll try not to hold that against you. How often do you get your hair permed? Man, come on, y'all. Look, it's human. I got curly hair, all right? Look. I don't know if that proves anything, actually, now that I think about it. It doesn't actually prove anything whatsoever. How often do I get my hair permed? If Vegas DPS don't pop off, how do you think about the reputation would look like? I mean, what do you want me to say? Not good? Not good. Uh-oh, we have friend baby here. Hey, baby boy. Pepper's friends visiting. This is not my child, don't worry. Pepper's friends visiting, so...
Say hi!
Hi!
He might be able to help you with commentary on the match.
Yes, apparently.
He's also got an outfit.
He's 6 months old.
And he's dressed...
It's not a small Spylo, it's not mine.
Look, he looks nothing like you.
Yeah, see?
He's actually cute, unlike you.
Oh my gosh. Worthless human being.
Say bye.
Not him, her.
Say bye. That was awful.
Thanks for the sub, Prime. Bye, buddy.
Say bye. Here we go.
No, it's not my kid. My gosh. If Vegas DPS don't pop, how do you think the reputation would look like? I mean, what do you think? Why you ask me a question you already know answer to? Spitting image of Spylo? Oh my gosh. I didn't think the kid was, okay. All right, let's get the match is starting. So ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to go here. Think. And close that. And I'm gonna be smart. I'm gonna turn on game audio. And then I'm gonna mute the desktop audio. And so you guys don't have to hear the casting. You can just hear my handsome voice. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, Ramatra versus Ramatra. The soldier is fun. It's definitely different. This is a pretty good soldier map with how wide the flanks are. We have seen soldier on this map before. Big nade from Creative, and Creative just kills Luke Mino. Okay, well, unfortunate. Vegas even got high gun control first, which is pretty cool. Bap on the retake. Can't see the match. You're not allowed to see the match. Pull it up on YouTube, then have my handsome voice in the background. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You might hear me through your speakers. Dove taking high. Ooh! Tracer hunts him down. I would have liked to have had Malthul assist Dove take that angle first, because I don't know where Psycho was to start, probably on high, but you could have your Tracer go with you and assist you in clearing off that off angle. I don't think Sojourn is very good at contesting off angles. She kind of relies too heavily on her rail. It's not that Sojourn's bad, Sojourn's really good, but like just in the raw neutral, right? Like Sojourn needs the rail to be able to contest those. Luke just gets sucked and dies. I mean, this is rated PG-13. I would love Luke Mino on DPS. Luke looked pretty good in Hanzo. His Mei was agony. Honestly, all right, here, this should not even be a hot take. Luke should have been playing Junkrat on most of Havana or Hanzo Sojourn. They should have double snipered it. They should not have been playing Mei. I don't care if it's a troll. His Mei was atrocious. Which is not an insult, it's a hard hero, but it was watching Backbone wall him every time and get his ice block forced, then get run over every single time was just atrocious. Okay, so they're trying to force high. It looks like they get it. They do. Malthus gets recall forced. The problem here is that these fights have been so fast that Vegas they're not even going to build ultimates here. Like, look at the beat, 70%. You need brawls to like actually happen. Nice stick by Psycho. Oh, huge lamp. Like, these fights have ended so quickly that Rack has not even had the opportunity. Okay, that's a big pick to build beat. Vegas should be okay, though. Vegas should be okay. Surely. There's the beat. Very ambitious. There's the counter beat by Rack. Callan is still being focused. Ladies and gentlemen, Overwatch well-designed ultimate. Yeah, Dove. Oh, he ran out of lamp. They're gonna try and turn this because the kill on Dove is huge. It's a lot of damage that they're gonna lose. And yeah, there's your Sojourn advantage. Yeah. Ooh, Fitz needs to die. Fitz doesn't die. There's the counter nade. They're gonna keep him up. This should be fight. I mean, it has been stalled for Dove. Oh, never mind. And that's it. What was I going to say here? Oh, yeah, that's it. What was I going to say? Opinion on Avala? I mean, she didn't choke. She played fine. I didn't really watch a lot of the match because I was coaching a little bit before and a little bit after, so I only caught a little bit. But I mean, she's a top 100 support player on a hero where you don't necessarily have to pop off mechanically, so it was fine. Yeah, this is the pick I want to see, because like Luke just straight up just dies. Boing, 1, 2, and that's it. That's crazy. Unless you're going to analyze the Owls and rematch or some of the impact matches some other time. What did I miss, Jonna? Alright, May matchup. I'm curious to see what DPS, probably Sojourns. Yep. Sojourns just because the high ground mobility helps here. And then obviously like the fact that it's slightly shorter sightlines makes heroes like Hanzo a little bit less attractive here. Maywall trade. They get a nice rollout from Lep, which means that Lep's going to be able to get a boop advantage. And there it is right there. That forces Malthol out a little bit. They win the cooldown trade off of that. So here's the thing, it's like if you don't win the rollout on this map and win the control of high, generally what you do is you off angle from point side and try to shoot them high from the other angle, because winning high ground isn't an automatic I win button on this map at all. You could just off angle from the pillars instead. So it's a good, I hate to use the term, but it's a good win con, but it's not the end of the world if you don't get it. Vegas 5-man rotates. I don't like the 5-man rotate on this map. I think even with Sojourn, especially if you have a charged rail, it's better to off angle from the right as your team pushes left, or left if your team pushes from the right. That's going to force a worse ice block. So here's the reason why it's so important. So if you walk through the choke like that as 5, then your Mei is always going to lose the trade. Ooh, punishing the greed. Ooh, Cullen has to use his ultimate though. Okay. So walking through that choke means that your Mei is always going to get walled off, and you might not be able to get the counter wall, which means that your Mei is going to get her ice block forced, which means then they will be able to chase down and kill your Mei after ice block. It's what was happening on Luke yesterday on Havana versus London. So what you need to do is you need to build 4-man rotate and then have your Sojourn off angle and either shoot high ground to prevent them from shooting your Mei, or even shoot the Mei from the off angle. See that choke, right? There's 2 chokes. You have to use both most of the time. You cannot rotate through MS5 because 90% of the time you will always get your Mei forced out first. Right there. Nemesis out forced, no off angle, that's it. I'm surprised they use Sojourn ult though. I don't think that was wise from Fitz. I think you just shoot and then wait for them to actually fully commit to help their Ramatra, and then you punish. Body shot, 1 shot. That's a big E. Never mind, it's not. I lied. Doesn't quite hit the shot. Psycho kills Malthol. Psycho is a pretty darn good Mei, you know. I'm really enjoying Psycho getting his second chance here. I think he was definitely scapegoated a lot by Vancouver. I think Psycho, okay, from what I know, if you guys want the leaks, Psycho was one of the more maligned / more victimized players by some of the management and leadership from Vancouver last season. I think it's an important match taking how strong Winston will be an outpush with Hawk. That's true. Psycho's been very solid. Psycho has done his job. And Psycho is... The Tracer has been the biggest surprise for me. That is not a hero that he is historically known for, at least in the old days. But that is a great example of player development, right? Whether it was in Contenders or whether it was in just in the last year, he goes from being nobody knows Psycho for Tracer. Now all of a sudden Tracer has been really quite good. So that's why it's like it's important to like establish like nuance with player narratives, because you don't always know. Like players get better at heroes, right? That Mei ult was honestly almost a total whiff. Yeah, Yeah, Psycho and Shockwave. Oh, no, 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 no. That's a tragic death. So now you're going to see a push with BAP window here. Probably a BAP window trade. Is New York going to take an angle here? No, they're not. I guess it doesn't matter as much. Fitz rotates left or right. Where are we going to rotate here? Are we going to rotate? No. Just going to use the ult. That's it. Beat. That's it. That should be it. They get the kill. That's not going to be tradable here. Rip. Is the shock officially washed now? Nah. I mean, you guys have to know that like the amount of situations they're dealing with behind the scenes is like pretty bad. So like we have to uncut at least the players and the coaches some slack, right? Infernal beating Charge was crazy. Yeah. Dude, APAC is just like... APAC is the Wild West, man. It is either like simultaneously the stupidest region or by far the best region, depending on what way you look at it. Like, you just don't know. And I swear it's been like this for ages, too. Like, you just don't know. Like, it keeps things interesting, but it's also like, come on, man. Like, what is going on? It's like you just don't... What is it they say? The APAC circle of suck? It just keeps extending. Can you give a quick rundown on how Justice Shock mentioned went down? Well, I can't because I was coaching. I saw it was a 3-0, and I saw like Genji pick, but I was coaching, so I don't know, honestly. How long can we use as an excuse, though? Well, that's a good point. And I think, here's the deal. When we know that Shock is in a team house and has had time to settle, then I think that they're not immune from criticism, of course, but you have to cut them a little bit of slack. So, I don't know. It's up to NRG. Like, when are they going to get their team situation situated? You know, is it going to be next stage? Is it going to be this month, next month? You know? Check Pro Overwatch channel. All right, I got to check this. What's going on? What is posting? What is smoking? Now, new responsible drinking game just dropped. Take a shot every time Eternal wins a fight. Oh my gosh. That's brutal. Ouchies. Hey, Wimpy Lasagna. I think in the program they lost to Trickerman, yet almost beat all the Outlaws. Yeah. Would you say Vegas' biggest is macro knowledge or timing? I don't know. I mean, here's the thing with Vegas is it's like, this is why it's like so hard to like, okay, so like here's the, I'm gonna talk about 3 different things, right? All right, let me whip out my Microsoft Paint. Give me a second, y'all. No, I didn't mean to pull up Audacity. Paint, you moron. Okay, here's the thing, all right? You got mechanics, right? And here's the thing with mechanics. Mechanics cover a multitude of sins. If you hit your shots, you hit your shots, mate. It doesn't matter, like, if you have perfect macro, if you can't hit your shots, you're not going to win fights, right? Especially against some of these top teams. So mechanics covers a multitude of sins. I think Vegas is more of not good mechanically. I don't think any of their players are any even mid-table mechanically. And then you have to keep going with that. And then you go mentality, right? So like mentality, right? So mentality is like a poor mental, like either it's through a lack of confidence or a lack of experience, or like, you know, you had a really bad start. Like I was very open with London last season, like how I feel like that we were, I wouldn't say lucky, but we definitely benefited a little bit from having a relatively decent first stage, and a couple of things went our way, like the 3-0 versus Vancouver, being able to clutch out versus Boston, catching Atlanta with their pants down when they egoed us in the Rhine, right? And that gave us a lot of confidence. And the thing that makes mentality so important is it helps your things like your mechanics to actually be better. Like, I mean, you guys even know this from your own standpoint, right? Like when you're confident, you tend to hit more shots. So it can make your mechanics better than they actually are, or at least make them more consistent. So I think Vegas right now is not exactly in an upward spiral. You catch what I'm saying? So they're going to probably look worse than the individual players actually are. And I think that's a big problem. Like anybody who's familiar with Odyssey and Contenders, the Odyssey and Contenders from even a year and a half ago would beat Vegas right now. You hear me? And as crazy as that sounds, they would beat the Vegas of right now. They would. If you put the same players playing versus themselves a year and a half ago, they would be better. Now, the competition was lower in contenders, so everybody looks better in contenders, but it is objectively true. Is the same thing happening with Toronto? Absolutely. And the thing is like, the thing with Overwatch, especially with the youth of Overwatch, and especially with teams that might not have like perfect like living situations, case in point, Shock, right? Shock is, you can, it's hard to like fix. Like the mentality, I would say, like even professional sports teams have issues with mentality. But my opinion is that in esports, especially in Overwatch esports, because everybody's so young, and that I don't feel that the leadership organizational structure with a lot of teams is as strong as it could be, that I actually think that mentality is a lot bigger of an issue in Overwatch esports than it is in other esports, because the players aren't as old, there's not as many experienced coaches and managers, and a lot of teams don't even have the time or capability to build like a team dynamic or a team culture. And then the last one is the macro, right? So you ask like, what is the biggest problem for Vegas? They definitely have macro issues, but the problem with mentality, again going back to mentality, is that it affects your macro. It affects your ability to actually execute. You can understand things, but because you're not confident, or because you're distracted or tilted or scared, you're not able to why did I say macros? You're not able to execute on the things that you know that you ought to be doing. So you might look at a lot of issues with Vegas that they know are problems and that maybe they've tried to fix, but they've not been able to. So I'm not saying that the level of like, Vegas definitely would benefit from better macro coaching. I'm sure of it. But it's like a three-pronged problem, and without actually knowing the internal situation, I don't know which one of a priority it is. Now, I think objectively, if you're scouting for Vegas, I think you could have made better pickups mechanically, just straight up. Like, I'm just saying straight up. And the problem is that they all end on like the synergy mentality team thing, and yet they still are losing a lot of games. And so they don't have the mechanics to fall back on, right? So I don't know. So I don't know where's the problem here. Fits on support. Oh gosh, what's going on here? Wait, game paused. Why are we paused? I'm going right back again. So yeah, that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Players need macros without adequate. They'll be starting to play poorly. Thanks for the partner anniversary. Congratulations. Yeah. Thanks, Lightwaves. Appreciate. Yo, 62 months. Holy crap. Vegas has no team house. Yeah, see, like, are they even living with each other or near each other? Or they have like apartments? Does anybody know? I don't think I know. Because I will say that London did benefit from the team house, right? That was a big deal last season. I believe macros are illegal, Spilo? Thank you. Yeah, Nixel has 4 support players and still chooses to play Fitz in support. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, they're all remote. Some of them live together. Yeah, see, that is like not a recipe for success. That's not a recipe for success. Not in the league. Not in the league. It's not a necessity for success, but I mean, it's a factor. Fitz Anna. Fitz, I mean, you mean Fitz Lifeweaver. Morons. All right, Diva matchup. We've talked about the Diva matchup. Long range, high ground map. Winston's just not going to feel as good. Big shocker here. Kiriko Ana, again, also makes sense in this map, given the life. I think Vegas' comp is pretty reasonable. The Hanzo is a little bit sussy baka, but it might be more of a hero strength thing for Malthul, because Malthul's not as much of a hit scan player. So what you could have done is had like Dove on Ashe, Malthul Tracer, but it might be this is just something that Vegas have tried and they like. But the reason I like the Ashe is because it does better versus the quasi dive stuff that you're going to see in this map. The Hanzo's a little bit too static and his ultimate's too bad. I do think New York makes the correct swap here. Even I don't know that the Winston is going to feel good, but the Winston is definitely a swap versus the Hanzo. One of the weaknesses of the Hanzo is that he's a lot weaker to the Winston, because he, like, case in point right there, he lands on the Hanzo, there's no coach gun. Yeah. And also something like a Bob is even like trickier. So Fitz on Brig, ladies and gentlemen. Fitz on Brig. What I don't know. I feel like they go Brig because they go Sombra Tracer, but I feel like New York could probably get away with Kiriko Ana with the Sombra Tracer Winston. Nano Diva, Shockwave dies, disaster. New York is just basically like a soft counter comp, but Vegas might still survive because their comp is like still pretty good on this map. They need to be careful they're not C9 here. Oh, Callan! Yeah, Callan is worse stuff. Like, you could see the problem with the Winston here. Now, Callan definitely could be playing it better, but the Diva just does feel a lot better. I'm surprised that they're not like, they need to be more patient though. Like, they don't need to be reaching as much. And again, I'm not so sure that the Brig is necessary. Why would you not play Fit Sombra? Because they were not expecting to play Sombra Tracer. This is a counter comp. I agree with you though. I would prefer them to not try and counter comp Vegas and just put Shockwave on Clickety Clickety and put Callan on Diva and Fitz on Kiriana. I'm not gonna lie with you. I don't think the Winston is, I don't think like counter comping is important enough. I think you have to flex outside of your comforts too much to justify counter comping. You know what I'm saying? It's like saying, oh, we have a Symmetra OTP, but they're playing Winston. Can you play Reaper Symmetra OTP? No. Don't make the Symmetra OTP play Reaper. Now, they're going to win this either way, but if Winston's being played, why are there no Reaper comps? Map's too wide, Tracer's too good. You could see Reaper on some shorter sideline maps, but the maps are too wide. It's too easy for Winston to avoid Reaper. There's the on a Brig swap. It's a good swap from Vegas. If we could just put Malthal on like Ashe, then I mean, even Hanzo's not that bad. I mean, honestly, Vegas's comp isn't even that bad, y'all. Like, especially now that they're on like Brig now, like they might be okay in this map. I don't know how good Shockwave Sombra is, but obviously it's serviceable for him to be playing it in the circumstance here. Honestly, at this point in time, you just need to push cart. And Vegas should be trying to prioritize on marking cart, which is what they're doing. Do you see how aggressively Vulcan's playing in cart? That's one of the weaknesses of Monkey, is that Monkey can dive. Monkey can't push cart. He's too easy to shoot. Woo! Not a bad EMP. The timing is atrocious though. Yeah, that timing was atrocious on the EMP. The shock, again, who's the blame there? Is it Shockwave? Is it language barrier? Is it Callan not listening? Is it reps? Because the EMP was fat enough. Like, you hit the two heroes that you wanted to. Messy Trave, Nano Tracer. They're going to catch creative, surely. They do. Nicely done. Dove dies for it. Not the end of the world. This makes me appreciate Fearless's Winston. Yeah, I think Callan is forcing things a little bit too much. Fitz got that Violet contract. He has to play every point. Yep, pretty much. Probably see Nano Monkey here. We could try and look for a hack on Vulcan on point. But they are pretty close. They might just be able to go straight to high ground there. Yeah, they could go high ground now. Sombra should be on high. There it is. There it is. There it is. There's Nano Monkey. Oh, good shot by Malthal. Loving it. Val Callan might die. I really do not like the Brig, y'all. Like, I want to clarify why I don't like the Brig. So what the Brig provides is bodyguard pocket for your Ana versus dive threats. Okay, well, never mind. Fitz is just the greatest of all time, honestly. Maybe the greatest player ever. Vulcan with 1 HP remake. I'll talk about the Brig just momentarily. Let me just see what happens in this fight. Dove on the Widowmaker. That's just more for like late spawn recontest. This is a lost fight. Okay, so let's talk about Brig. This fight's lost. The big thing is that like the Brig provides a bodyguard pocket to prevent versus dives, and then also pockets are DPS. But the problem is that Kiriko, you would see back in the day, people play Brig even if there wasn't necessarily a threat of dive, because you could have your Brig play aggressively and pocket your DPS a lot, because there was no other support that did it as well. But there is a support that does it as well right now, and the support is Kiriko. And right now, when you're playing versus a Diva, Hanzo especially, there's no Sombra in Vegas. There's no Winston in Vegas. You don't need to be worrying about your Ana. You instead need to be putting all in on the Sombra Tracer, something that Kiriko does even better than Brig, as well as providing her own pressure in of itself. So I would have preferred if New York just stayed. If they're going to play the Sombra Tracer, play it with Kiriko. I don't know if that's a hero strength thing, but surely they could do creative Kiriko and Fitz Ana. Wasn't that the initial intention? Hey, Calix. It's my bedroom because we've had Pepper's family and then Pepper's friend visiting. It's been an insane week. So they're out there hanging out and stuff, and I don't want to be like, y'all shut up, I'm working. Yeah, so I'm just chilling in here. I'll be back to next stream. Yeah, this is gonna be ugly. Winston's gonna feel pretty bad on this point. So again, TLDR, I would like New York to go Diva Ana Kiriko and not have to worry about it. Even if they're gonna run the Winston, the Ana Kiriko is a must. But I have a good time. Yeah, it's been a good week, honestly. It's been kind of cozy in here, actually. I like it. This map is winnable for Eternal. Yeah, I agree. I think New York is really screwing the comp game, and Malthus is solo EMP on Ana, and again the timing isn't there. Because the thing is, a one-man EMP in of itself isn't the problem, but the execution has to be there from the team. That's a great nade from Vegas. GG's. Vegas is, the funny thing is as sweaty as New York has tried to counter comp, now, especially with the Brig swap from Rack Attack, New York do not have the better comp. Shockwave needs to get off Sombra. He needs to go hit scan. The Brig just ruins so much of that value. Akash, show Owl now? No. Absolutely not. Rack is like crazy aggressive positioning on the floor, but I actually think it was done on purpose, right? They were just gonna catch with ooh, he gets the brick. Bash is blocked by the Winston, but they obviously caught it with just Nano. That was honestly a set play. Nice eat by Vulcan. Malthul's dead. Too many ults from New York, so they just kind of like forehead walk forward. Nice trade. Psycho gonna be dead. Rally on point. GG's. Malthul uses Dragon from spawn. Here it comes. Callan's gonna get primal, but I don't think it should do anything. It's not going to do anything. Luke is fine. Surely. Luke is not fine. They don't get the kill. Somehow this fight is going to be lost. Never. No. Big EMP. Big EMP. Big EMP. Big EMP. If you say it fast enough, it's Biggie MP. Biggie MP. 3. He needs to catch a support. Oh! Solo EMP. Diva should be dead. Vulcan somehow... Never mind, Vulcan's dead. Oh! Dove. Oh my gosh, ladies and gentlemen, this is a bit of a mess. Wow. Vulcan's looked okay this map. I mean, Vulcan's done fine. All Vulcan has needed to do is mark DPS and mark heart. I really think New York crapped the bed compositionally. I think we're talking about like, you know, Taco Bell kind of crap. You know what I'm saying? Not a good comp for New York's roster at all. Execution was terrible. I don't even necessarily think that it was a terrible comp versus what Vegas they were trying to counter comp, but I think I put them on. I mean, I want to see Shockwave, Sombra, Fitz on Brig. I'm just like, come on, y'all. Kiriko Ana. I'm telling you, Kiriko Ana, and then as soon as they go Brig, put Shockwave and hit scan. Enjoying the poop analogy, so you have such a way with words. All right, listen. I'm not trying to be gross. It's the only one I've said. My understanding has deepened as a result. For you, that's saying something. No matter what's happening, if the biggest players always have a smile on their faces, I love it. That is true. Good attitude. What? You got a problem here? All right, so there's the comp that I want to see New York playing. Took them long enough. Really letting Spilo Jr. go in. He's not my son. I like New York's comp. It's a good comp. Plays with the strengths. Reasonable in this map. Probably not a composition you even need to swap off of. Vegas doesn't have the personnel, I don't think, to punish with Sombra Tracer. So I think it should be good to go. Because theoretically, if this is like Atlanta, you'd probably see Vegas go Winston Sombra Tracer. With Ana Kiriko, maybe. But they're not going to do it. So they're going to try and mirror. I don't know. And then I don't think Rack plays a good enough Kiri or Ana, so they could play the Kiri Ana advantage over Brig. Because again, what is Brig going to contribute to this fight, right? Like Rack would have to play so aggressive on an angle, but I think the Kiriko is just better at that. Who's we? Bringing back Spilo Jr., are we right? There's the Kiri value. Wow, that took a long time. The only way Vegas beats the loser team allegations is if they win a map on Lifeweaver. True. That would be honestly a season winner. We won with Lifeweaver. Guys, isn't Cloudy doing an unranked to GM with? Is anybody climbed the Masters of this hero? I'm watching Boger age before my eyes every time I see a clip of him. Ana Kiriko or Kiriko Tracer on the flank, Diva controlling point, Hanzo on an angle. Shockwave is playing hyper aggressive, but he does have Ana POV I say, Ana LOS, so he's basically playing bait there. There's the Tracer mark from Dove, but Psycho is still deep. The only way Vegas can win this is honestly if Rack actually splits. Like, this is a classic problem with Vegas Eternal. Do you guys remember the scrim leaks? Oh, where Rack and Luke were like married to each other the entire thing, right? That is a major problem with how Vegas see things. Rack and Luke stack permanently, but it makes no sense considering that the only dive threat that New York has is the Tracer. So if anything, Rack should be on the flank with Dove or controlling the angle with Dove and not stacking inside of his own backline. Rack and Luke stack way too much, and I think the more the responsibility goes on Rack to actually take space here and not necessarily on Luke. I know they get hyped up a lot, but there's a massive gap in their understanding on that particular execution. Cloudy gave up after half a day. Typical Reinhardt, man. Zero tenacity, zero moral fiber. This is an attempt at a countercomp from Vegas, but I don't think it's going to work. The only way that you get punished is if you get hack on creative. That's what they're trying to do. Or Tracer. You resent that? I'll take that as a thing, a suggestion that I'm doing the right thing. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Watch Rack attack. He's still with Luke. He's still with Luke. You're running Sombra Tracer. Help your flankers. I beg. Now we're rallying on a point. New York has all the angles in the world. Rack is just sitting on point. Nice eat from Vulcan. Shock. Blah. Blah. Boo. Stop playing with your backline, Rack. Have you not heard the gospel of angles? Boger actually hit Masters? That's actually, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, isn't that like the highest anybody's hit? BAP. GG's. Now, here's the question. Are they gonna be able to stage a dive? Because nice. Shockwave kind of trolls with positioning. Not gonna lie, should have been on the high ground. That would have been a lot harder. Nice. Now, they do have time to give. So, you know, should be winnable, potentially. Malthol gets decloaked. Luke is low. There's shift. Recall force. Creative is cleared. Can they touch? There's the nano onto Kellen. This pulse needs to stick. It's going to stick. I promise you this pulse is going to stick. Oh, C9. I've won it, but at what cost? Okay. Honestly, Shockwave trolled the lobby with that positioning there. Why would Bat be the move? I don't know. I honestly just feel like it's just like whenever you see a swap like that, it's probably just like, hey, last fight, we have to try something. Luke's best here was probably his Batiste, so just try something, see what happens. Vegas still in it, yeah. There's the hack on Hanzo. No bueno. Brig. Can you guess where Rack attack is, ladies and gentlemen? Answer. With his team. With his support. Now, I'm kind of trolling here because, like, here, there's really not a place for him to split safely, but yeah. This is where the Hanzo is really helpful because you could shoot carts so hard. So what you have to do for Vegas is you have to try and find a hack angle with your Sombra that's not within Hanzo LOS so that you can win the HP trade. Because if the divas are marking each other in cart and the Hanzo's shooting the diva, the team with the Hanzo is going to win that trade. Unless your Sombra is able to decloak the location where the Hanzo can't see and hack the diva, and then you murder her HP faster than Hanzo can shoot. So Dove and Malthol really deep. There's the hack and Kiriko, but that gets purged. Dove might be dead. Dove overextends. Boger's the best streamer at Lifeweaver. The best part about Boger streams is how he just rapidly, like, ravaged. Oh dear. Oh, the nano. I thought the DMAC happened. Brig might just die here, potentially. is how he just completely flames the plats. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so they're gonna clear top. Are we gonna be able to sync up this EMP with D.Va and Tracer? I honestly don't even think an EMP on the backline is necessarily a good thing with the Winston. They do get it though. So eat my words, right? Nice stick from Dove. I'm just gonna weep if somehow Vegas wins this map. BAP window on point. It's the bet. It's a good use of the ultimate, right? It's not something you're always gonna be able to get off. Maybe. Malthus has had some decent EMPs, no? Yes. No. Okay, well, okay, the Brig swap makes sense. Now the Brig swap makes sense. Because now you're actually underneath Sombra Tracer threat. It didn't make sense when Malthus was on Hanzo. Now, I'm going to be honest. If your Kiriko Tracer are playing their game, it's probably not really needed. But Creative was kind of getting struggle busing. I would have been more attentive to what was going on with Psycho and Creative that was allowing them to die to just basically Sombra Tracer dies without even D.Va. But yeah. Vulcan, demacked. That's going to be a disengage from New York. Fitz dies. Right. It's happening, ladies and gentlemen. It's happening. I never doubted, not even for a moment. Always in my heart, I knew it was within there. I knew it was going to happen. The boop. There's the nano. There's the rally. Rally is better than nano. Unless Kellen builds bomb. This is all in Psycho. It's all in Psycho. It's going to happen. I believe. Ah, yes. Vegas. Eternal. That's finally won a map. Dominance has been established. New York, a little poopy pants on the attack. Oh no, I said the poop thing, guys. Shoot, it's pair, right? But yeah, honestly, just really not great execution. When your backline is dying to a solo Sombra Tracer, when you're running Tracer, Curie, Ana, and D.Va of your own, there's something desperately wrong. Shockwave was also super quiet as well. I would need to see more POVs, but we'd have to look at it a little more careful. This team went to map 5 with Defiant, by the way. I mean, listen, y'all. I'm telling you, I told you. Mental macro mechanics. If Defiant had a bad day, Nixel had a good day, vice versa, Vegas, you just never know, y'all. You just never know. Stop talking about poop jokes, all right? All right. Pause time. Somebody suggested tier list to do while we're waiting. We had honestly such a lovely time. And I say we, I don't really care about y'all. Kind of more of a selfish kind of a guy. I had a great time. I don't care about y'all. Let's do Overwatch 2. What do you think of Dove jumping a ton as Tracer? I mean, probably not the best. Among Us? I don't care about we could do how they smell, how often they shower. Let's do how often they shower tier list. Twice daily. Not, bear with me 3 times a week. No, I'm not. Once a week. Shower? Hi, Cat. Cat wants out. 1 second. I mean, unless you guys got a better idea. Listen, I'm down for whatever. We did an owl watchability tier list. We did a Thanksgiving food tier list. No, I'm not doing that tier list. Okay. Anna, I'm feeling 3 times a week. I'm thinking a little bit old school. She probably should shower more, but you know, she's just old and just doesn't care. Probably. Or maybe daily. Yeah, I mean maybe. I don't know. Nah, you think daily? Daily? Okay. Overwatch Hero Riz tier list? Yeah, probably. What do you guys think about Ashe? I'm thinking 3, maybe once a week, Ashe. She seems like she's kind of a lazy bum. She doesn't really care. Yeah, I think so too. Batiste? Probably daily. Seems like a responsible guy. Takes care of his skin. Yeah. Bastion? I mean, obviously, shower. I think Brig moisturizes, y'all. I'm getting him. Brig moisturizes. I think most of the cast is gonna be fairly responsible. I think Brig moisturizes, so I'm thinking daily. I think probably pretty normal amount here. Yeah. Cassidy? I think Cassie's got too big of an ego to only shower once a week. I'm thinking probably 3 times a week. I think the Riz that Cass has means we're pushing it to 2 or 3 times a week. I'm thinking. Now, here's the problem with Doom. There's no in between with Doom for me. It's either this or it's this. You know what I'm saying? Either this guy doesn't touch the inside of a shower, or it's like a daily routine. You know what I'm saying? Like, which one is it? Clean freak for sure? Yeah. I don't know why. The guy has like, yeah, that's probably reasonable. Degen, for sure. For sure. I'm definitely thinking it. I'm definitely thinking Diva's a degen. Totally degen. Definitely degen. So much so that I would not even want to be in the same room. Like, oh gosh, please, no wonder she's in her mech. Gamer girl bathwater though? Y'all want pink eye? Because that's how you get pink eye. Echo just falls into the shatter category because just, you know, obviously. Now, Genji's tricky. Genji could be a shower one, or, you know, he's just a normal dude. I don't think as extreme as Doom because he's missing that Riz factor. Yeah, the oil bath daily thing seems legitimate. I could see Genji submerging himself in like Epsom salts bath, you know what I'm saying? While like having some like omnic chants going on in the background, you know what I'm saying? All right. We're live. We got to continue this later though. All right. Sniper. Super weird that we're seeing Winston on this map. I think Winston is all right on second point, maybe even okay on third, but first is a little sussy baka, but they've obviously tried something. The Kiriko Ana combo definitely makes me like it a little bit more. It's a lot of sustain, a lot of angle pressure for New York. Vegas's comp is pretty cute. Rack on Kiri is nice. I talked about this on stream, but like basically the Kiri just does what a lot of like the Briggers is in terms of controlling DPS and angles, but she could take a lot of these angles herself. So honestly, the only thing I don't understand is the Winston definitely feels like a weird choice, but obviously it's something that they've probably tried, plays into their strengths for sure. So Yonkies. My Preds, honestly, probably 3-1 New York. I would have said 3-0, but I didn't, so therefore 3-1. Malthul just completely sends Shockwave to the Shadow Realm. Dove goes and clears him out. It's weird to me that I don't see Creative playing with Shockwave, though. Like, the whole point of playing Kiriana is that your Kiriko can actually, like, do stuff, you know? And yet Shockwave goes on solo angle, and Creative is stacked with the support line and doing nothing. I do not comprende. How much do I shower a week? Y'all guess. Y'all guess. Y'all guess. That's what healthy streamers do. There's a nano, lands directly onto Hanzo. This is definitely where the Hanzo is weak. You're gonna get, yeah, case in point. Like, you get so much pressure from Nano Winston onto Hanzo. Like, he does not have the mobility to survive that, so. Twice a day, yeah, about I would not say twice a day because it's not super good for you, but 1.5 times per day. I was teaching MMA back in the day, and I'd work out in the morning, so I had to shower twice a day. But I generally aim for, it's usually 1.5 per day, I would say. Don't think the Primal was worth? Yeah, probably not worth. Now, I will like the Winston theoretically a little bit better here, because there's a lot, the high grounds are a lot more accessible. Do I wash half of my body? Yes. I wash one half for one shower, and then the other half for the other shower. That way, I'm still half untouchable at all times. You kind of see the weakness of the Winston here, where, like, he is easy to poke out in cart, but it's not really being exploited right now because Vulcan's the only one that can take the angle here. And they're, that's really good from New York. That's really clean from Psycho as well. Yeah, Ramacha ult, Ramacha ult, Ramacha ult, Ramacha ult. Kite. Ah! Oh no. That's a good E from Vulcan. Yow. Yow is my exclamation of choice. Yow! Horizontal half, vertical half? No. It's left and right. Split right down the middle. Right. What Cuss is saying is right. Like, they're taking so much space. I'm curious to see where Dove is. What Dove is doing. I would like to see. I want. Is that a nano? That's a nano Hanzo. Ah, mouthful. I want to see Dove and Rack taking, like, playing this position right where Mouthful is on that high ground with Vulcan and trying to prevent Kallen and Psycho from taking angles to begin with, right? I want to see where Rack and Dove are playing now. Dove is playing the window. I don't like that. Rack is now playing with Ramatra. I do like that. Now Rack TP's out. I don't like that. Vulcan playing aggressively in the rotation. I do like that. I don't see what's going on. I don't like that. Is that Tracer looking around? Oh, it's a good pincer from Dove. Nice. A little bit of a backline trade there. Oh my gosh. Can they trade? They cannot trade. So Kallen, I mean, Primal is crazy strong in this matchup. Wow, nice. But yeah, my main point is that I want Rack and Dove playing more aggressively towards the opposite high ground so they can actually stop New York from ever taking the angles that they're taking to dive on Mouthful. Like, Mouthful's getting dove, like Cuss is saying, because Kallen and Psycho are, like, just taking that flank and angle for free. Like, the fact that Kallen was able to just push cart for free is just, like, crazy to me. You can't have your Hanzo push that because he's not mobile enough, but your Kiriko Tracer can. That's what Florida were doing, right? Okay. There's the Sombra swap. Good punish. Good push by New York. Ah, why am I falling in my chair? Why is Fitz in support? I don't know, mate. There's the Curie ult. Luke should die. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No. Oh, good shot by Shockwave. Holy crap. This was actually really winnable by New York. They rushed? Bro, that fight was almost won. They almost straight up won the fight with that rush. If Shockwave doesn't hit the headshot in Sombra, I think they might have won. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I thought it was a bit of a meme too, but like, Diva Swap looks okay on third. Bat Rig. Shockwave should be uncontested here though. I'm telling you, if Creative and Psycho do their job, Shockwave should be uncontested. There's no way that Duff and Malfoy should be able to stage dive. Why is Creative on the floor? We probably Nano Hanzo here, maybe. As for Peel, you have Primal on your Winston. It's so weird to me that New York is playing the push cart with a Winston comp. And the Hanzo's just sitting on cart. Like, yeah, there's the dive. He's able to save Bubble though, so that's good. But yeah, Luke, I don't like Shockwave's positioning here, mates. I'm not gonna lie with you guys. He just seems like there's just no... why is New York on the floor? Why are we on the floor? Why are you on the floor? Like, I don't know. I got nothing, y'all. Like, the floor. Here's the hack. EMP on the Ana. It's honestly fine to do that. Shockwave should die. Shockwave is at least properly positioned. He's able to disengage. There's the shot on Dove. Remet for Vulcan. Rack attack. That should be a stallable fight win. Maybe they kill Kellen. Yeah, they kill Kellen. Like, here's what I want. I want New York to take top, establish a power position for Shockwave, and try to establish some sort of backline pressure with Kellen. The Doom Swap is pretty good. Creative, Vits, whatever, control top. With the Hanzo, there's no way that Vegas should be able to control top. Vegas should be able to win every cart trade because Sombra Hack plus Diva can just obliterate anybody that touches cart without even needing to peak high ground. But right now, we have Vegas controlling high ground, but not able to punish cart, and New York not controlling high ground, but somehow pushing cart with a Winston comp. It's like totally backwards. Oh, that stick should have stuck. Nano on the Doom. Oh, Fitz almost lands asleep. Oh, he's dead. The Doom is just basically because the Winston's probably taking too much damage on this map. Because it's too open of a space. Like, the way that they're playing it, it's like they're just sitting on cart anyway, so might as well plop off of this. Wait, what's going on? Why is Spylo slightly ahead? I mean, I can pause if a lot of you guys are, like, way behind. Weird stuff, man. You're synced? Okay. Alright. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum. I imagine we're probably going to see Hanzo, Tracer, Ramatra, or Sigma on defense with Kiriko Ana, maybe? I would be surprised to see a Winston defense. I'm curious to see what tank Kellen's going to play. Is that my bedroom? Yes, Gager. Bum, 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 bum. Whoa, they're going to play Winston on defense. Oh, never mind, they're going to play Ramatra on defense. I don't know Varashi. I don't know anything anymore. There are melodies that just appear in my head and I don't remember what they're at. I'm like the old boomer in the corner of the nursing home. It's like, what is Gerald doing today? I don't know. He started talking about the war or something. Why are we saying sheesh? Sonic on mouthful. I love how like so many Hanzo players just like automatically Sonic. It just like it doesn't even matter. It's like, wait, why am I Sonicking? I don't know. Why not? It's like just a button to press. I'm Sigma? Dude, that's actually true. I am Sigma. I mean, I've been told I resemble a Sigma male, so that makes sense. Okay, I mean, I think both compositions are pretty reasonable from both teams. The BAP is more of a hero comfort swap for Vegas. You know, the open space, I think you might see New York go to the Winston on the second point. But, yeah. This aggression from Creative is more of what we want to see, right? Creative on the angle. Should be able to control Dove. Dove is on the right side, gets slept. Here we have, finally we have the Kiriko Tracer hit squads. But they're like ships passing in the night, going in opposite directions. Not saying that's a bad thing, by the way, I just find it funny. Vulcan gets naded. And that's kind of what New York needs to do. They're not going to be able to win like the Shield or Ramatra trade unless Fitz lands a nade. Because the BAP just does a better job healing and sustaining and pressuring the enemy's Ramatra, does more damage. So you need to have like Fitz hitting nades consistently. Now, if you hit the nade, that's going to be better than anything BAP can do. But that's going to be the big if. Unfortunately, both teams have now cowered out, and now we're all stacked in one big, fat, juicy family. Fight, 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 fight. I feel like it's a college theme song. Is it a college song? Is it a college? Is it a fight song or something? I don't know why. Nano. Charlie Niner. Man, that's sucky. Daddy chill. I don't know what we're talking about chilling, but I agree with the daddy chill part. Does look like an old insane man. You're hilarious. I hope my hurt is disguised in my sarcastic demeanor. It's fine. I'll take it out. Take it out my roid rage later. Okay, so no Winston swap because obviously Ramatra ult gonna try and like they should have better angles to punish Vulcan. Vulcan should be getting his teeth kicked in right now, and there it is, right? Like you have all the off angles. Vegas needs to find some way to set up a flank around right. Okay, never mind. Disregard. Psycho gets his head blown off. I mean, to be fair, that's where Rack was. Rack was on the angle there, right? Yeah, Vulcan. Oh my goodness gracious. He survives. So basically, the point being is that with New York all controlling the opposing high grounds, Vegas has to make a play on the periphery. They did. They started to send Rack and I think Dove up the stairs. They ran into Psycho. Psycho got his head blown off. So Dragon on point. That's going to do a little bit of something. Dragon there is really well placed from Mouthful. Will they commit? The big ult from here? No, that's it. There's just no way New York loses this, ladies and gentlemen. No, oh my gosh, Fitz is dead. No way, it's impossible. Imagine being a New York doubter. Listen, I was a confirmed Vegas lover because I was certain that they were going to win a map. In fact, I predicted multiple thousands of dollars. But now I'm a New York lover. Imagine doubting New York. Look at this, controlling high. The Ramatra controls high well. Controlling the point. Nice, good angle by Creative there. Luke dies, nice little juicy stagger. Where is Kel? Why are we popping Annihilation, Mr. Kellen? Why are we popping Annihilation, Mr. Kellen? Are you swapping? Are you swapping? You're not swapping, are you? Kellen? Kellen? Sir? Sir? Happy partner anniversary, thank you. So there's the Sombra swap. Sombra swap is pretty cool. Blah, blah, blah. It means that like you're going to be able to exploit the backline because Kellen is a little bit more fragile, not able to peel as much or contest the Sombra as much, being a Ramatra and not a Diva. Good BAP window from Luke. It doesn't look like it did much, but it does clear the top, which is nice. It doesn't clear the Ramatra. Oh, it does clear the Ramatra. I don't know why Kellen dropped there, but that is pretty big deal. Where's the Suzu? There's a TP. Now Vegas can establish cart control, and they could also put Luke on top if they'd like. They've now earned the angle to wrap around. Shockwave is now in danger. There's the Kiriko ult. If Luke can take top, he should be able to kite it. Luke, please take top. Shock gets stuck. There's the flank. Ramatra dropping and not taking high ground is a big deal. Ramatra Nano should be easily kited. Can they wrap around? They will. Dove is flanking around from the left. BAP should be taking high ground. BAP is taking high ground. Yes, he is taking high ground. Very good job. Well done, Vegas. I'm proud of you guys. Big kiss on the lips. Good, 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 good. Now let's take the top. Let's take the top with our supports and with our DPS. Let Tracer or Diva sit on cart. Shockwave just hits a shed chop. I don't know why Vegas did not take top there and then look to leverage cart from there, but they did. So we will live that with that result. Now I will say it is a little bit harder to secure and finish the map as things get a little bit more delayed. But as I said, imagine being a New York hater or a doubter. I have never doubted anything that New York has ever produced. Ever. Outside of Rudy Giuliani. Okay, spam, 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 spam. Oh, we got scouted. That's going to be a little bit of a... Solo EMP on the Hanzo? What? Creative gets caught with the span down. There's the window punish on Kellen. Well, Kellen survived. The nano on Kellen, and everybody is dead. Oh, no bomb is used. I don't think that is going to be a functional choice. I think that the EMP was just a little bit too deep. Like from Vegas, you don't have the angles to set up for that deep and that quick of a push. I think it would have been fine there to just sit and try and control high first. Maybe even EMP them off of high, but it doesn't end up working out so way. The EMP in Hanzo is because they felt like the EMP was more accessible than the Ana, but I think even that was too much of a reach. That did indeed save the map. As I said, imagine being a New York doubter. Rack needs to be setting up his angles, my friend. Set it up. Go on the flank. I believe. I believe. You're not going to be able to bully the ram off of high ground, so instead you cut off his lifeblood by wrapping around him, right? Oh. Big dragon? No, Kellen lives. Kiriko, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yes. Good. They can't retake top, though. That is one of the liabilities here. So this is all on Psycho. All on Psycho. Psycho or Shockwave. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. Psycho or Shockwave. The Ana does have close to nano. I say. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. Honestly, even a stick on... Okay, here comes. Succulent juice! Oh, no, Kellen lives, and they've wasted nano! Oh, no! No, they didn't. The nano didn't go off in time. Oh, no. You know what? I take it back. I have always been a New York hater. I could not put it into words, but now I can. No. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. Spiegel, thoughts on Eternal versus London Kings Row yesterday? Huh. I mean, yeah. No thoughts. Never been a Vegas doubter ever in my entire life. That's good to hear. Vegas doubters out of here? Yes, please. But not before you dump all of your money into my cash purses. Alright. Widow Tracer? I would be shocked if Shockwave doesn't stick with a Widowmaker. We might see Hanzo as well. Yeah, this is it. They lost the nano. I knew it. Oh! I knew it! See, this is why you watch my streams. You don't even have to watch the cast. You know what happened. Will make the most routine play calls in a spectacular fashion. Wow! Look at what was pretty obvious to you guys. But I said it in a cool way. Sometimes. Alright, here we go. Vegas on the Diva. Please tell me Kellen does not stay monkey. Please, Kellen, swap. Kellen, go back to spawn. Kellen, go back. Kellen, go back. Kellen, go Ramacha. Go Ramacha, Kellen. Kellen, go back. Kellen. Hey, Kellen, they're on Diva. Kellen, the Winston was already sus as it was. Kellen, go back. Kellen, go back. Kellen. Here, boy. Back to spawn. Kellen, come back. Kellen. Oh, okay. Kellen. Callan. Callan. Here, boy. Callan. I mean, here's the thing. It's like, if this is what they've practiced, they're going to roll with it. That being said, Vegas's comp with the Diva, especially in this point, I mean, if Shockwave doesn't hit that shot, Callan is a major liability. It was already a suspicious choice as it was, but Winston is not it. Because you don't have any cart presence. Oh my gosh, Shockwave hits that shot. How? And by the way, Diva Bomb is a big deal here. I'm going to be a hindsight coach. The Winston is a trash pick unless they win. Trash pick. Trash pick. Trash pick. See, I can't lose if I call it after it already happens. You see, all you idiots are like, oh, you should make the fair call. No, I shouldn't. I don't want to make the fair call. I'll make it after I see it. That way I never miss. That being said, Kellen, you can't play Winston and Diva on Junkertown and a Hanzo Tracer. You can't do it. And if you're going to, you actually have to have some gonads and actually dive in off of an Onanade. You can't sit there and trade with a Diva. You can't do it. Stop it. Stop. No, you can't do it. You have to dive with Winston versus Diva. You have to dive. You have to take risks and gamble your life, potentially. Oh, honestly, Vegas might, oh my gosh. Dove might be the greatest player of all time. I feel so bad for Dove. Dove is a good player. I think Dove is a fine player. Dove, I think, is one of the victims of the Vegas syndrome. But yeah, horrible comp from New York. Horrible in terms of the Winston swap. The Widow was, I think, fine. And I really wish we could have seen the Shockwave shot on Sombra. I guarantee if you guys saw that, it would have been absolutely nut-crack insane. And by the way, counter comp from Vegas. New York is getting out-comped again. I don't know why we're opening Diva here, but the Sigma is just a straight counter. Vegas should cap this. Vegas should cap this. You guys want to watch? Watch this. Vegas will cap this. Otherwise, I'll take my pants off. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that. Vegas will cap this. Vegas have to counter comp. Crap. Actually, you know what? No, New York does this. I knew it all along. See, here's the thing: is you can have the great call the compositions you want, but Shockwave is just the greatest. So, no, I'm not. No. That being said, Vegas got this easily in the bag. It could not be easier. I like what Kellen is doing in terms of controlling Tracer. Kellen is getting rolled. Never mind. Kellen's an idiot. No, I'm just kidding. Kellen's not an idiot. Now, I just don't like the pick there. Like, here's the thing: is we don't blame Kellen for this. I just don't like it. Just don't like it. The Sigma is massive. Oh my days! What a nade! What a nade! Kellen is now going to die. Wait, no, Kellen is not going to die. Back window is huge. There's an Nano on Diva. Is she going to actually get in? She is not. She is. She's dead. Oh, but not before Luke dies. Baby Diva versus Hanzo. Who wins? Baby Diva versus Hanzo. Who wins? Honestly, guys, I'm honestly a little bit experiencing... Oh, wait, bah! Second hand... I never doubted. I told you guys, New York, we do it right here. Honestly though, so here's the irony here. The punish on Diva is fine, but I do actually think there was actually a little bit too much attention on Diva instead of expensive pressure elsewhere. But yeah, pants off now. They're good. Oh, they're off, guys. Sorry, guys. All right, what happens with creative here? Yoinkies? Yeah. No, I'm not going to do that. Put them back on, it's blinding. Listen, I tan the cheeks, you know what I'm saying? Spylo, why aren't all teams running double sniper on Junkerton? Because Tracer and Sombra are too good, and Widowmaker is generally too fragile. If you run Widow, you often want a Tracer to help guard your own Widow. And if you run Widowmaker Hanzo, you don't have a Tracer to guard either sniper, so then you die to either Genji or Tracer. We don't know what you're saying, show us. Yeah, sorry guys. That's only for tier 7 subs. Okay, tier list. We continue in just a moment. Okay, shower tier list, because productive content is why we're here. Definitely in the shower category. Even if he wasn't an animal, I think definitely falls in that category. Hanzo is either Genji category, but even more egregious. I'm talking about he burns spices while he's in the shower during his 7-minute or 7-hour routine, or he's doesn't shower at all. I don't, again, like Doomfist, I'm just getting overwhelmingly either direction vibes. What do you guys think? Either shower never or showers twice daily. I don't think there's any in between. I'm thinking. I think twice daily, probably. Okay, I mean, obviously, I mean, this isn't even a question. Lucy, I'm getting 3 times a week. He's just an average guy, but he could probably take better care of his hygiene. He probably doesn't care enough, but he's also not like, you know, a total degenerate. Lucius is a ladies' man? Maybe. I'm getting more of a 50-50 kind of a thing, you know what I'm saying? Twice daily, at least, you think so? Oh, man. Really? He seems like he doesn't care enough to shower twice a day. You keep saying Brazilian, but I don't know what that means. I'm not Brazilian. I don't know what the culture is. Culture, you take a lot of showers. Okay, so then daily or twice daily. I mean, it makes sense with your environment being as humid as it is. I'll look. Yeah, maybe daily then. Maybe daily? No, I didn't mean to do that. Maybe daily? I mean, it's hot there, yes. Obviously, yes. Yeah. Is daily enough? Okay. Hear me out with May. I think May is sweet and smart, but a little clueless, so probably forgets to take care of herself as much as she should. I'm getting 3 times a week vibe. Like, just doesn't have that, like, level of, like, pizzazz. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Lucy breakfast. It's like, she's sweet, and you give her a big hug, but you always kind of a one-arm hug, you know what I'm saying? Not a full grasper, because, ooh, yeah, you've been hard at work, May. You know, give her the bro hug. Yeah, wash that hand later. You know, not bad, just, you know, they're the type of person that comes in from the airport to visit you, but doesn't shower before they go to bed. You're like, oh, maybe you should have showered before you climbed into the sheets there, bud. You know? Is a friend at school, but you never invite them around? Right. Yeah, exactly. Mercy. I think Mercy's just straight. You know what I'm saying? Straight down the line. Nothing fancy, nothing crazy. Showers daily. Has a little moisturizer routine. Not obsessive about it. Does it. Yeah. I'm thinking Mercy's straight up. Moira is definitely either once a week or no showers. There just isn't any. Probably once a week. Kind of like Dejin, but of a different flavor. That's probably the wrong word. I instantly regret using that term. No, I can't. Okay, here's the thing with Moira. She only showers once a week because she doesn't sweat. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't sweat. You know what I'm saying? Moira's like genetically engineered her own body to not sweat. She has like that. Okay. You ever like unwrap something and it smells vaguely of like plastic and like formaldehyde? That's what Moira smells like. Farah's 3 times a week, same kind of thing. Too busy, but also she probably should. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like all these heroes here. She's like a little bit more degen than her mother. That's where I'm getting the Farah impression. I think Reaper's definitely in the shower category. All in that black gear, and he's like, you know, he's already like goofed up, and dude, the guy smells like rotting corpse. You just know it. Reaper takes his shower like once a month and just sits in there for like an hour with his hands on the wall. And then has to like put Drano just to like actually let the shower drain. Oh, thank you, Slugger. Thank you for that. I really wish you hadn't said that. I really wish you wouldn't. And I really mean that. I really wish you wouldn't. Okay. Lep back in. We got the Lucio machine. Probably going to see something like a mirror here. I would be surprised to see Ana. I would see Bap or Curie. Kind of a cool comp from Vegas. A little bit of anti-Tracer. Hero strengths for Malthul. They want Dove on Tracer. They want Dove on Tracer. So they will do whatever they take. The Hanzo could work, but is a little bit immobile for push. So the Torp makes okay sense. I do think Excelsior has a better comp. Because I think the Torbjorn is Dookie Dookie versus the Ashe. I don't think it's even a bad decision from Vegas to run it. But I do. Oh, wow. But I don't love it. Fitz is totally free to take any angle that he wants. A lot of damage. Huh. The nade does hit Vulcan. That's going to force Suzu. Malthul is 1. I kind of want Malthul to be playing more aggressively on the opposite angle. You guys kind of get where I'm at. Like, you know where Fitz was? That's where I want Malthul to be playing, because Fitz actually needs to be scared of Malthul in that close of a distance. Torbjorn has the advantage when he gets up close. Where Malthul was playing really didn't make any sense. Because he either peeks Ashe or he does nothing. Like, I don't like Malthul's positioning here. The Genji swap I do like. It's a little bit, not a great map for Genji, but the comp is reasonable. I disagree with Custer here. I think the Genji, it's just more of a map thing here. Oh no, Dove. So they zone the Nano. There's a Curie ult to match. We should see a beat relatively soon from Rack. There's the beat. Keeps Vulcan up. Annihilation annihilates, as does the Ashe. It's a big fight win for New York, because that's going to get the good respawn, and then hopefully going to get the cart around the corner so that you can get your Ashe in the opposite, the opposing position, so she gets another good high ground. It might not actually. No, it won't. Yeah, it won't. They won't have time. Okay. So now really Vegas just needs to let them push cart until the corner, and then the Genji is going to be tough because the Ashe is going to have to take a more aggressive angle to where Genji can actually dive him. So actually what I want from New York is to just play chill and mark. Vegas has to at some point make a move, and it'll probably be from Lep's left. You guys see what I'm saying? It's going to be somewhere over there would be my guess. Now, they're not doing that, though, which is strange. Because New York doesn't need to do anything. They can literally just farm Nano and Bob again. I don't know how Psycho dies there. I don't know how Callan is dying here. I have no idea what just happened. There's zero reason for New York to lose that there. Zero reason. You have the Ashen High, Ana on high, the corner advantage, and somehow you're losing to a Genji Tracer and a Kiriko that can't even see your Ramatra. Huge misplay from New York. Ridiculous. Should never have happened. It should have been a loss to Vegas flank with Malthul, Duff, and maybe Luke on the high, but they didn't even need to do that. And then the fight turns the other direction. I don't think Fitz and Ana was a charity move. I think it was probably the fact that they wanted, I mean, Fitz might be their second best Ana player. I mean, who are their other support players? Halo, Lep, who's the fourth? Naked Blade. Anion? See, I don't even know who Anion is. Does Anion play Ana? So they need Dove to set up this blade. There needs to be a combo here. There's the Bob Malthus Den. It's just such a distant map. All right, now your Ashe gets power position again because this section of the map, Ashe is really good. It's really wide open. I mean, this is just by far, that's not true. It's along with New Queen Street, one of the more open maps, push maps. We might even see a beat blade here, honestly. It might be a little bit overkill, but Dove on the flank. Malthus should be able to flank through left here, where Dove is. Pulse, now we blade. Oh, wow. So we like Pulse Blade better than Beat Blade. Definitely like that. Obviously, in hindsight, the blade was not necessary, but if the bomb doesn't hit there, it sets up the blade to actually work, if that makes sense. Because it creates enough of a distraction, and the distances are so far that it's hard for Vulcan to be able to set up the blade. Fitz is one. Should just see a Nano Ram here, or a Nano trade, but they have the choke. Fitz just kills Dove. Unfortunate. Oh, Vulcan. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's tough. Oh, man. That's not even, that's just like, that's rough, man. Feel horrible, you know? Jeez. 5. Dove goes Ashe. I like the swap. But the unfortunate thing is that they have to make a movement here. They have to find a way to win this fight. The Ashe is just a, hey, we have no ults. Maybe Dove hits a shot. You know what I'm saying? And there it is. Huge kills by Dove. Dove's original hero back in the day was at, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What? That's his hero, y'all. I'm telling you, in contenders, this was his best hero. He was probably the best Ashe in NA contenders for a long time. Just in Western contenders. Nanoblade probably. Play slow for Vegas until Nanoblade. Oh, wow. Free fight win. Another punish by Dove. Oh, no. Mouthful. Huge nade by Creative. Vulcan's going to die. Dang, man. Winnable, winnable, winnable. He's got a perfect angle. Oh, no. Bob went inside. No, he didn't. All right, Dove. Dove has to get a kill here. He has to get a kill. 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 He has to. It's over. It's over. Huge nano. Oh, what a sleep by creative. Honestly, the nano was not even that bad. It's a gamble. They nanoed in response. It was a good try. Good try. That's tragic. This Genji's not it. I mean, you just need something more. Like the map, I just think is too open for Genji. Oh my gosh. Dove on the angle. Probably see a blade setup. Honestly, you have a good setup for blade here. Look how close they are. Yeah. Yeah, you could. Huge, 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 huge. Nice blade. Perfectly able to close the distance quickly, force beat, and get the kill. Dove gets another kill on Psycho. This is winnable now because you're on defense, essentially, or on attack, I guess, you have more map for your Genji to actually work. Like, your Genji can actually set up. Like, the difference between that blade and the previous blades, or the previous engages, is just because Malthus can set up close, right? Genji has to set up close, otherwise it's not going to work. Nice flip from New York. We probably see pressure on Kellen and then a responsive ult. He's going to need to pop it soon. He's going to have to pop it now. He's going to die if he doesn't pop it now. There's a nano. Oh, what a flip by... Oh my gosh, these rotations from New York are absolutely murder. They're literally just winning fights off of these rotations. They're just winning fights off of these rotations. That's actually busted. Even if New York loses this, it doesn't matter. You forced so much. Oh, and this base still might win it. Oh my gosh. Dove has close to Bop. I don't think he's there yet, though. It's not going to matter. That's actually insane from New York. That rotation to high ground to flip the map, and it just puts New York in a terrible spot. I don't know where the rest of Vegas's high ground was, but that's brutal. The Malthus blade was good. I don't know what the New York support lineup is all about, but yeah. Will this be the grand final matchup? Yeah. Dang. Tier list time. Yes. I'm gonna mute the stream now. Let's do this. Let's keep going. Shower, definitely 3 times a week for Ryan. He's more of a guy that's like has old school habits, but he just showers like when he feels like it. 3 times a week, I'm thinking. Not dirty, but not exactly clean. I don't think he's a particular. He's just an old dude. You know what I'm saying? Same Roadhog. No way. No way. I think Sigma falls into the Moira category where he doesn't smell bad, but he probably only showers once a week. You know, he's just an old stupid guy. He's completely lost. A little bit of the dementia going on here. But probably just smells like old man and books. Old but not stupid, fair enough. Bro's an astrophysicist. Yeah, but I mean that's true, that's true, that's true. Okay, Sojourn I think falls into like the Mercy category, Batiste category. Takes care of himself. Aren't I that coach on TikTok? Yes. Soldier, Ryan category. 3 times a week. Anything more than that is fake news. You know. Sombra. I mean, come on, you guys know it. You guys know it's once a week. You guys know it. No way. Degen for sure. Symmetra is weird for me. I don't know if she'd be perfectly perfunctory or if she would be an outlier in her hygiene. And I don't know which. Sim is obsessive. That's true, actually. Yeah. That's true. That's true. Torbjorn, again, like this is like the old man category right here. You know what I'm saying? They're not dirty. They just do the thing. I'm doing all right, dog. Appreciate it. I just don't think Torb cares that much. Torb, Tracer daily, probably just pretty normal, pretty basic, just takes care of herself, nothing crazy. Now this is the interesting one for me. Again, we have an outlier where it's either this, but she literally never smells because she just doesn't, or it's this. One or the other. Literally has no body odor at all, but never showers, or showers twice a day. She's French. Shower? That's true. That is true. We forgot the French factor. There's the X factor, the Y factor, the Z factor, and then there's the French factor. Definitely true. You can't not factor the French. Winston, okay, hear me out. Winston is like, oh, you know, it's very important to take care of yourself every day. You know, that's the vibe I'm getting. You know, Winston wasn't sure how to shower or how often he should shower now that he was sentient. So he like looked on WikiHow and was like, oh yeah, we should shower every day. Oh, I'm gonna make sure I shower every day. And he doesn't really know what he's doing, but he gives it his best shot. That's the idea that I'm getting from Winston. You know what I'm saying? He probably still smells. You know what he smells like? He probably smells horrible, like wet ape, every time he comes out of the shower. But his friends are too nice to tell him, so he keeps showering. Or he uses like Primrose shampoo and like smells like an old lady, but because he thinks that's how you ought to smell when he comes out of the shower, totally clueless. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's the vibe I'm getting. Okay, now again, hear me out. Junker Queen, again, one of these categories where I could see Junker Queen putting on this facade of, yeah, I'd never shower, you know, but she actually gets in there, bro, and she spends like legit 6 hours like styling her hair every morning, and then can you imagine putting on her facial, her moisturizer, and the cucumbers in her eyes and lying perfectly still in bed? Like, I can't tell. Her aesthetic is like perfectly put together, so I can't tell if it's just part of the you know what I'm saying? You can't really tell. You can't really tell with Queen. Either she doesn't shower at all, or she showers obsessively, but keeps it a secret. She doesn't tell anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, she likes to pretend that she doesn't shower, but she's obsessive. Totally obsessive. That's true, living on the outback though. But have you ever seen the inside of her bathroom? You know what I'm saying? She walks like this old rusty outhouse, but then there's like legit like a spa as soon as you walk in the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? That's the impression that I'm getting. I'll put it in the no shower category, but I'm skeptical. I'm skeptical. Zarya is a 3 times a weeker, but I could also see once a day. I don't know, Zarya seems just kind of like basic, you know what I'm saying? No shower for Zen, no shower for Ramatra. Kiriko? Daily, maybe, or once a week. I'm getting, why are there so many female degens in Overwatch? Kind of sexist, bro. It's like, here's the thing, all right? You either got old men who or you have degen females, gamer girls, or boomer men. It's either gamer girls or boomer men. Sombra, Kiriko, Diva, Ryan, Torb, Soldier. Now, I don't got Sombra wrong. No way. Yeah, this is a society indeed. I don't know. I think once a week with Kiriko is probably fair. And then Ram just doesn't matter because it's Ram. Kind of boring Omnic thing, you know what I'm saying? And then, am I forgetting anybody? Lifeweaver. Oh my gosh, Life. I mean, is this isn't even an argument. This guy showers more than I do. Definitely showers. Like the guy probably showers once per day, and then takes at least 3 baths in addition to that. Lifeweaver probably has like a 4-headed shower just constantly. Why is Doom twice a day? The man takes care of himself. Major Riz factor. Same thing as Hanzo. Commits, mass homicide, then goes home and just makes sure that he takes care of himself. Okay, but I don't care about the lore. You guys gotta get the lore is just a temporary situation. Do you think Hanzo wants to be homeless and broke? No, Hanzo's freaking dreaming about, oiling his hair and taking showers and dressing up in his traditional robes and going out and, headshotting criminals. Hanzo sits in the shower and cries. That's Hanzo. Yeah. I think this is, I won't say this is perfect, but it's perfect, I think. Let's put it that way. You know too much of Hanzo? What's up with that, Spylon? I'm not answering that question. Yes, I like this list. I like this list. How is Ash once per week? Well, Ash is definitely a tricky one. It depends on what Ash you get. Ash is either once per day or once per week. We haven't decided if she's going to be Socialite or if she's going to be Maverick. We haven't decided. It's a hard read. It's a hard read. And I also agree that the Sombra one is also a hard read. I mean, technically, even like the Genji one's a hard read as well. Even the Doomfist one is a hard week. Doomfist was again, there was a lot of the ones like the Hanzo and Doomfist, which could have been once per week or twice daily. It was really hard to read which one. Same thing with Widowmaker. We weren't sure if Widowmaker was twice daily or never because she just doesn't sweat. And I swear Junker Queen could be twice daily. We just don't know it. But Widow French, yes, but by removing her French instincts, then she reverted back to normal human behavior. That's the irony. She lost her compassion, but also lost her Frenchness at the same time. So it was, overall, I think she's a better person than she was before. Yes, she's a psychopathic killer, but she's not French necessarily anymore. And I think that's overall a net upgrade. Right. Actually, they you know, that's the funny thing. That what Moira actually did nothing to Widowmaker. It was all like it's a placebo effect. She just let out her full Frenchness. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah, this was an interesting one. I want to say this was a brilliant idea of mine. I need what do you guys want to do next? What do you guys want to do next? Yeah, don't trust the lore at all. The lore doesn't know what they're talking about at all. Lore is garbage in this game. Literally no idea what they're talking about. The lore will have you know that Genji is not a professional Fortnite player, so the lore has no idea what it's talking about. Let's go companion stream. Hey, sorry, Atomic Skull. Alcohol tier list, like who drinks the most. Maybe we could do something non-Overwatch related if you guys want to. Rank BJJ positions by how romantic they are. Yeah, that's gonna tread into very dangerous territory. Watch season 1 Apex finals. Huh. Oh yeah. By the way, how soon to the next match? Looks like we're starting relatively soon. So, betting my life savings on Valiant beating Atlanta. I'm betting my life savings as well, but I'm not telling you on what. Which martial arts are the most useful base for MMA? Muay Thai and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is the best 1v1 art, but having some sort of stand-up is probably better for 1vx because it's gonna. You don't want to be on the ground in anything that's going to be a 1v2. Because the goal should always be to have like an escape route, and being on the ground cuts off your escape route. Yeah, it's fair to say that Atlanta is a better route. Kickbox, yeah. Wrestling as well, yeah. Wrestling provides a level of aggression that I think BJJ sometimes misses. I've grappled against a lot of wrestling guys, and they just have like a bloodthirst that something is not always there. And BJJ. Greatest video games of all time, but I haven't played enough of these to really judge, so that's gonna be tragically hard. Did you see Mark Zuckerberg? No way, Mark Zuckerberg. Am I being trolled? Mark Zuckerberg Jiu-Jitsu. No way this actually happens. No way, Mark. This is not actually Mark Zuckerberg, is it? No way. No way. No way. No way. He's actually wrestling Mark Zuckerberg. Dude, what the heck? It doesn't count. He's literally the Terminator. You could puncture his skin and hit raw steel. The man has been replacing various body parts with biotechnology since the 2007. He's downloaded the entire database, and every bro dad, BJJ, aficionado ever has just, everything that's ever been posted on Facebook has now been downloaded. It's cheating. There's just no way that Mark Zuckerberg is doing this. I can't believe this, guys. All right, he's got grips. I'm not as good at gi jiu-jitsu, but I'll give you my opinion. Looks like a white belt match. He gets a pulls guard, natural. Imagine every time Zuckerberg tacks you up, he just goes, "You got zucked." Get zucked, kiddo. You got hit by the berg. Please let me see Zuckerberg. Okay, I'm still seeing guard. Oh, is that an armbar? He's going for the armbar. He's getting stacked though. There's the pass. So that's the danger with the armbar. Like, is if you're not able to break their hip posture, then they're able to stack you up, and it's a pretty easy pass to side control. There's a side control pass. He's able to keep moving, and he's able to re-pull guard somehow. Oh, he get back control from here. He doesn't get back control. They lock up back at the legs, but he has broken the posture. It's so hard to see what's going on. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. What's his name? Whoever he's going needs to get posture back if possible. Keep pressure on the neck. He needs to put his arm across the throat and grab the lapel. I don't know why they're hugging. That's not what the person on top wants to be doing right now. Maybe there might be that Mr. Mark has some sort of a going for a cross collar choke here, which is why he's trying to. They're saying Mark. I just can't believe that Mark Zuckerberg is competing in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. What timeline am I in? There's the stack. Mark is controlling guard here. Okay, so Mark has to have some sort of a choke locked up here, because you would never see an open guard in this position with the feet on the hips. Instead, you would see them starting to control lapel grips or even the knee and the leg and starting to look for a sweep, because if he must have some sort of head control locked up. Wait, did somebody tap? I'm not sure what's going on, y'all. Oh no, this guy messed up. This guy messed up. He's gonna get zucked. Oh, dude, this guy is done. The referee, he's over. His computer is legitimately going to become sentient, and he's going to wake up, and his computer is going to be levitating over his head, and that's the last thing he's going to see. Okay, Symmetra May, ladies and gentlemen. I am just blown away that's actually a thing. That is crazy to me. That is hilarious. Okay, all right, let's go. I look down and CJ, and okay, and Atlanta's already won the fight. Well, I look down and they're dead. Okay. Yeah, I agree, Dalit. The Ramatra and Sim are weird. I don't think you have enough consistent shield pressure to be able to hold space for your Sim. I would agree with that. The Ramatra feels too bursty. I don't know. I don't know. I would have to. I think not having a Ryan shield of your own just means that your Sim and May get their cooldowns. Like, your Sim gets cleared out and your May gets cooldowns forced early. I agree. Coach Paintbrush really choking in here, guys. Oh, Don Hack. They don't get the good trade there. Oh, Lip is the jukes. Oh my gosh. Seeker should die. Seeker doesn't die. Into S should die. Into S doesn't die. No way, man. No way, man. Oh. Into us with the 5K, or maybe the 5, wasn't it actually 5K? That's crazy. Dude, have you guys seen Into S's physique? The guy is actually jacked. I'm not talking about like Jonak jacked, no, with all due respect, or like Aim God jacked. I'm talking about like actually strong. Nas? All right. Now, honestly, I don't know why I doubted Paintbrush. This is honestly a brilliant play from them. Bap window, that's going to get kited out. Oh no. Fielder messed up his Bap window. Jacked or big? Honestly, kind of a bit of both. Colludes or Into S, who wins the fight? Kaluge is a lot bigger, so probably Kaluge, I think. I don't know. I don't think Into-S is that big. But a lot of it depends on more training. I don't know if anybody in Al trains. Big Blizz. Bigger than Malthul? Yes. I think so. But honestly, I could take anybody in the league easy peasy. The only one who I think I would struggle with would be Gidamazed, I think. I think Gidamazed would go for 3 rounds, I think. Simwall, they need to play for Simwall here. Will they be able to get Simwall in time? Simwall also provides a lot of counterplay around the Ramatra ult because the Simwall can cut off the LOS for the Ramatra ult, so that's going to force an early beat. They can still play around the Simwall. There's the Suffer as I have, and then they're going to beat in response, and Crawley dies. It's a great trade from Atlanta right here. They had the old advantage there, which definitely makes it a lot harder for Valiant, but that was good. What about Hadi? I think no, Hadi would be there, but no, I could take Hadi. Hadi doesn't train enough. Hadi, well, not train enough. That's not fair. I have the background. I'm 5'9", or 4'5", depending on the fake news. Okay, BAP window here. Obviously, major advantage to the Rheincomb. I think with BAP window, even with the Ramatra's more consistent poke, because the one-shot fire strike just means instant lamp. Now, after the fire strikes are down, I do think the Ramatra benefits a lot from it, but he's not even able to use it, so... it's a good... Yeah, they get traded. What if Hadi has ult? Then I get screwed. Gold peak in Overwatch? Look, alright? Is Lip the tall? I don't even know how tall Lip is. They hit a growth spurt. This guy. Alright, Simwall. Should be GG's. Because they have map advantage, and Valiant has to worry about touching, and that's it right there, right? That rotation just gets totally smoked. The wall isn't that good. Oh, but yeah, it doesn't matter. No way he's that tall. Really? I could take him. Right in the belly button. His kidneys wouldn't know what hit him. Nah, listen. One kick to the shins and the guy's done. All right, let's see this Lip 5K. That's probably a May. Yeah, it was a May Icicle plus right click. It was either a May headshot plus right click, or it was a May body shot plus like Lucy or BAP spam. Plus super in terms of mass. You say that like super isn't like... Super is like adding like 5 kilos. Oh! What happened to CJ? Where was CJ? How do you even get booped? Did they mess up the rotate or something? What happened? Like legit, what happened? Does anybody know what happened? Does anybody even know what happened to CJ? I totally missed it. Whoa! Crawler gets fielder. Can use super as weapon. If Hadi can swing super around as a weapon, then that would be difficult. Super's bones would be sharp. Junker Queen is a good swap here. Burger Ring is too handsome to get distracted. That's true. I'd be like, oh, nice jawline. Oh. Maybe it, right? Rotation to point. They get the hack on Ana. Oh my gosh, the sleep. CJ kills Lip. They TP off of the push. It's not winnable. It is winnable. They juke the win. I will say the Winston got juked there. Donghak got completely juked off of that. Donghak. I gotta pronounce it correctly. Donghak. Crawley is farming your mama. You know what I'm saying? Stalker should die. Stalker doesn't die. There's the beat. Crawley lives. Oh, and Stalker's dead. That's huge. And that's gonna be a cap. Nice done by Valiant. How do you feel about Genjing this map? It's weird, but it makes a little bit more sense because the flanks in this map are super predictable to take. So going hard flanking with Tracer on this map is pretty easy to mark. So it's fine. Genji is like doesn't struggle to stage as much. N2S gets scouted. It's probably translocator destruction by Lip on the backline. Again, this is what Lip makes Lip so great. The guy just always knows when it's a good time to hunt for translocator. Always. Like every single time. It feels like whenever you're playing versus Lip, you might die at any point in time as a DPS because either you're going to get hacked or translocator is going to get destroyed, you're going to get scouted. It's just crazy. That beat was a bit, I think the beat was all right. Cuteness tier list of people in this lobby? I don't even know. There's, by the way, did you notice that Nos is going to die now? Right? This is something that Lip constantly does. Whenever you have EMP, he will find your translocator. So you're going to get caught in the middle of the enemy backline without your translocator. It's a great play. It's something that Lip constantly does. And he does it there even though he also has EMP. That's the funny thing. Hot take, Lip is good at Sombra. Scalding. Beat engages, as we would say, sussy in the back. And then there's the hack, Stalker Blades, there's EMP, CJ said. The timing between this team is just so tight. Like that, like we give credit for Atlanta being like great mechanically, obviously, but oh my gosh, this team's like teamwork is just super tight. They're just so clean. Is Lip on some of the best player relative to his peers in a single hero in Overwatch history? Probably, yeah. Yeah, I would say so, yes. I think it's definitely a tough comparison because there's just, Sombra just hasn't been as popular or as dominant of a hero, and she's definitely more niche, but there has never been a bigger gap consistently between one player on a hero and another player on a hero for as long. I think the closest thing maybe be Ons on Widowmaker for that period of time, but Lip has been in this position for so long that I think bonus points. Jonak and Zen, no, not Jonak and Zen. Jonak was great Zen and the best in the league for sure, I think mechanically, but Bados in that year was also really, really good. There were other good Zens in the league. Lip is just so much better on Sombra. It's going to be either Ons or it's going to be Lip. Sinatra and Zarya? No, I don't think so. I don't think the gap between that and who was it? Was it Sumansu? Who was Vancouver's Zarya? Yeah. And the thing that's crazy about Lip is he's not even an OTP, y'all. Like, I mean, you guys know this, obviously. He's just a great DPS player that on every hero, really. What even happened to Sinatra? Huh. Hottie and Ryan last season was unrivaled. Yeah, that's true. But I think I don't think the gap was as big. And the thing that I think just Lips gets so many bonus points for just being so good at so many different heroes too. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just put Lip on Hanzo or Hitscan and you know that he's still going to perform really well, right? I don't know. Bumper on Ryan? No. I think Bumper on Ryan was mechanically fine, but there's a lot more that went into the GOAT's performance besides this. And Lip executes so much by himself even when it doesn't get followed up. Lip's year for MVP? Maybe. I mean, we're 3 weeks in, right, guys? So who knows? It's a long season. Thank you, Maverick. We're supposed to be doing tier list, aren't we? I don't know what tier list to do. Proper Sojourn? What are we talking about? All-time best on heroes? I am not educated enough to give that opinion. I'm gonna be honest with you. Even when I was coaching in the league, I couldn't tell you. I could give you an educated guess, which would be better than the average player's guess, marginally. But even my ignorance of APAC is a big problem, right? Like, I couldn't tell you who the best Genji is right now. Your complete guide to support videos, so I can just listen to go for a 2-hour drive remote? Yeah. You do whenever you want. Yeah. You should be good to listen to, yeah. Shy was easily the best Sojourn. I think Shy was the best mechanical Sojourn, I would agree. But I would have to look at more footage to tell you if Shy was the best Sojourn, period, in terms of like positioning and cooldown usage and stuff. Most useful hero to OTP for organized play. Yeah, maybe we about the Overwatch 2 things. There's lots of Overwatch 2 lists that we could do, y'all. Yeah, it's definitely Tracer for best hero. Oh yeah. So we did a previous tier list on this, and so at least some of them are already in here. So can we reset this? How do you reset it? Oh, there you go. Might be a warm take, but Jonak was the best flex support ever relative to other flex supports at the time. Yeah, it's a warm take, I think. I think a lot of how New York played to just give him all of the resources so that he had more capability to do what he'd like. But I think it's honestly, it's so long ago, it's also hard to tell. Do I know anything about the organized meta for current competitive match? Not a lot. Okay, so let's say best heroes to OTP in organized meta. I mean, this shouldn't even take that long. I'm not gonna lie with you guys. All right, we'll gotta check in a second. Yeah, heroes at the pro meta, y'all. Nowadays, I actually think C tier for Sojourn. Well, I'll give her B tier. I'll give her B tier. All right, we're going, y'all. We'll have to go back to that one. It's a super easy tier list to make, I think. I don't think there's a lot of arguments with some of these. Dive. The Bat Curie is super cool. I think it makes sense. I like the little hit squad that we got going here. Hack on Hanzo. Hanzo is very vulnerable. Oh, wow. Great peel. I think the comp from Valiant is pretty reasonable, right? Like, this is very reminiscent of Mayhem's anti-dive composition. I do think that, as I said in the Mayhem video, that it will fold versus very good dive. So I imagine that Valiant will struggle, especially when ults start to come online. I don't think that Valiant win this, but at least it plays into their strengths, and there's a chance that they'll win some fights here. Yeah. Because that's the tricky thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't go, oh, what's going to counter Atlanta comp? Because what's going to counter Atlanta comp might not be something that you guys are able to play as well, right? So, a little bit of ego there. There's the fragility of the Hanzo versus the Winston. He's not going to be able to catch Liar. Liar's going to run out. Craw is a little isolated here, and he doesn't have Nemesis for him. I love what Nos and CJ are doing. There isn't anything new. If you guys want to know how this composition works, watch the Mayhem video I put out last week. It's the exact same thing. The only difference is that there's a Hanzo instead of an Ashe, so Seeker is a little bit more fragile than the Ashe, but has more quote-unquote pick potential, I guess. Look at how aggressively the Kiriko and Trace are playing. It's good. It's good. This is correct. Craw is vulnerable on cart. This is one of the weaknesses of this comp, is that he could theoretically get dove on. There's the Nemesis for him. He needs to get peeled. He doesn't get peeled, but they're punishing elsewhere. Love to see it. I'm a huge fan of what Valiant's doing. Huge fan. Huge fan. Oh. That's crazy. I mean, Valiant has such a tragedy because Valiant started that one off so well. Did you see my tweet about Lip? It's like the hamster cam from that one meme. No, it's not bandwagon at all. Especially this season, because I think that the level of play this season has really dipped off as a whole. So if you're a fan of good play, there are fewer teams that are going to give you good play than last season, for example. So you know, it's not bandwagon to say. I mean, again, here this is what Atlanta are getting the dive kills, but Valiant are selling themselves. They're selling the squishy, they're selling the Hanzo, they're selling the BAP, or they're selling the Ramatra, and they're getting pressure and trades elsewhere. This is exactly what Mayhem was doing. The only difference, obviously, is because Atlanta's a little bit better. You're not just straight up winning fights like Florida was. I don't mind the auto swap, totally fine. I like the auto swap a lot better versus the dive stuff. And there's the Ashe swap, which I like a little bit better. Kiriko cannot die here. Donghak needs to die here. Donghak. I gotta practice my pronunciations. I think I pinned it in my Discord. I need to check it out. They force Lip out really fast. Oh, man. It's these mechanical plays, man. That's the thing that kills you about Atlanta, right? Like Valiant don't even respond poorly, right? They actually responded okay. This is still winnable here. But just pulse bomb, you know? Yeah, that's unfortunate. Don't huck. Well, somebody told me the proper pronunciation. I need to look it up in a second. Queen swap is fine. As I said in the Mayhem video, a better dive team, it is easier to isolate and kill Ramatra because he is more vulnerable to nades and such. So I like the swaps the Valiant have made here. Again, tank is isolatable. If you could punish that off and trade, then we're good to go. I want to see Nos and CJ doing work there. Lip is out. Can they find him? Early Bob, Nano. Oh, no. Lip is out. They need to catch a DPS. Look at the ego from Donghak here. And that's going to be tough. It's a good peel. It's a good shout as well. Great juggle from Donghak. It's just, dude, look at that, 70 HP, 30 HP. Like this is the mechanical difference, right? Like it's always so close, but Atlanta always edges it out, right? Do you think Valiant can beat Toronto on a good day? Yes. Oh, huge touch, actually. Huge touch. Here, cool. Now. Krawi is going to build his ultimate as well. Donghak is going to die, surely. Stick him. Yes! Oh, he missed it. Shoot, man. That's a massive rampage. Let's go, Valiant. Let's go. Seems exciting to watch. I really like Valiant's alternative playstyles. I've liked their comp swap so far. For the roster that they have, this is really nice. Yeah. Lip is 80% on his speed. They need to find this guy. I bet they can find him. Lip also seems to always know when he's being hunted. He doesn't get punished without Translocator. I saw it a few times versus Houston, but it doesn't happen often. Now the problem with Valiant is, I think, here it is, right? He thinks Seeker has EMP, so what is he doing? He's looking for Seeker. Seeker's caught, but Seeker's not in his backline. Seeker's in his own backline, right? So Seeker was fine, but Lip's gonna do it again. I'm gonna do it again. What does that goofy mean? There's the peel shout. They catch Seeker, and there it is. Dude, Lip is just a demon, man. He never gets caught, and he always catches the enemy Summer's locator. That's crazy. No, pro players usually don't use external aim trainers. Nobody I know in Overwatch League uses external aim trainers. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but I don't know of any. Here comes the EMP. It's a fat EMP. Nano on the brig. Great Suzu from CJ. Perfectly timed. They're going to force Lip out. This is really good from Valiant, by the way. I mean, we're talking... Oh, no, it's the last fight. Oh no, chat. Oh, I totally lost, like, awareness here. Pro coach, by the way. Like, oh, that was so close to being good from Valiant, man. Again, this is the hard thing, is it's like, you're getting, like, honestly, Valiant did not play this one that poorly. They were able to disengage a lot of ultimates. The EMP was good, forces a nano. They were able to peel off and kite the enemy ults, and they just died with B because he got focused with Primal, so he can't beat. That's just tough. Yeah, I need to fix my stream overlay, but yeah. Bro thinks he's a coach. Jeez. Honestly, Valiant got nothing to be ashamed of. I'm not gonna lie with you. Is there a negative to hacking Mega's minis? I feel like I don't see them hacked very often. Is that Mega near the pillar? It's just downtime. It's just time wasted. So if you need it for sustaining, because by the time you get back, it's not ready, then it's fine. It also denies the enemy team health box. It's not a waste of time, it just depends. I know you, kid, but I still have to make that noise. Where's Bro thinks he's a coach from? Remind me after this match and I'll show you. I still have the screenshot, the legendary screenshot. Coach Paint better than Coach Spello? True. Yeah, see, I told you, y'all. Oh, he doesn't get shout either. Krawi tries to shout him. He doesn't quite get shout. Echo or Pharah? I don't know, whatever one you want to play. Echo's more flexible, but Pharah's more dominating in maps that are good for Pharah. So just play whatever you want to play. Defensive comp from Valiant is good. I like it. The Echo is pretty fancy. Echo is odd, but Echo is also, if you can close the distance on high ground here, you can actually ruin Ashe. I don't mind the Echo. You'll probably have Lips rotating with him and then flying up top. Yeah, exactly. There it is. That's it. Think of it, the same reasons that you'd run a Genji on this map, you run the Echo. But oh my gosh. But the Echo is, it's a good trade by... This is maybe tradable. It just immediately, you rotate with your team and just get to high ground, right? And it might just be, so that's it. You guys saw exactly what Lip did there. That's exactly why you run Echo. That's it. Now, I think the Echo's a lot worse. I might even see Lip swap here. After he uses an ultimate, maybe. Maybe he stays. I don't like the Echo as much in second point. Yeah, there's a swap. Yeah. It's just a cheese pick to win first fight. Easy stickies on backline and beam. I think it's cute. Love it. Same thing with the Genji there too, right? Would be obnoxious to try and get Sombra Trace up there? Yes, exactly. You have to wrap all the way around behind, and it's pretty easy to spy check. So that's why. Oh, no, CJ gets rolled. Oh. Oh. I mean, the fight was lost, so Valiant is able to force out the rally. That's good. The problem is are they going to end up walking into EMP, Nano, and Primal, where you have nothing, right? Like that's always the problem with non-dive comps. Like the dive comps power spikes with ultimates is just so high. It's so high. And what do you have as a response? Kiriko, Bob, those are okay, but those are your best ults. Even Ram ult is pretty blech, right? This is it. Man. Brutal. I'm trying to think what they could have done there. Maybe a little bit more bait style. Probably walk up one person and try and bait them while the other person plays a little bit further back. That was too fat of an EMP. So what you do is you'd have like your BAP or your Ashe walk forward, probably your Ashe, and then have your Kiriko try to dodge EMP, have your Ram Ashe try to bait EMP, and then your supports or Tracer try to bait and punish. Tracer wraps around, tries to hunt Locator or mark their Tracer. And then you BAP window from back or Suzu from back or Kiriko ult from back. Yeah, this is getting out of control. And they're just not gonna that's gonna be that. Yeah, that's frustrating to say the least. What do you even do against good EMP? You just don't give them 4 people EMP. It's too much. Not a bad showing from Valiant. I think that retake in EMP was a bit of a tragedy, and then also CJ just dying to like who knows what on that choke was tough. Oh. Okay, pro play tier list. Pro play one trick tier list. D tier. Okay, S tier. Okay, so let me go through this again. So D tier is almost never usable, will never be meta, not worth it. C tier is useful in the perfect meta, but not likely going to be enough to justify putting resources into the hero. Like a ball hasn't been meta enough for it to justify to be a good one trick here. I might move ball to B. I'm going to move ball to B tier because if you have a really good ball in a really good ball meta, the gap can be really large compared to some of the other heroes. Like if you have a one trick BAP versus a guy that's good at BAP, the gap isn't as tangible as it is with ball. I think you could probably make the arguments with Echo and Genji, but those heroes haven't been consistently meta enough. Diva for Overwatch 1 could have been an easy A or S, agreed. We're doing one trick in Overwatch League, or one trick in organized play value. Queen, no. Mei, no. Hanzo, no. Again, the gap just isn't big enough. Sigma and Zarya, maybe, but I don't feel like the gap is big enough. Sig is required for some maps. kind of, sort of, but the gap isn't as big. Like, if you look at somebody like a Kaluge, who's just great Sigma, but you put somebody who's not quite as good as Sigma, but still very good, I don't think Sigma's as hard mechanically to pick up. Most players have a Sigma that's passable, right? Reaper's a tough one, actually. Reaper might be B tier, but he's not very meta very often. Reaper's one of those sleeper picks where it's like being able to hit your shots and being able to reactively wraith and communicate is a really important skill. Massey, thanks for the sub, mate. Oh man, this is tough, guys. Isn't this match proof enough that Sombra should be like A tier? I mean, maybe. Yeah. Yeah. No, you're fair points. Yeah. Wait, that's not what I wanted to do. This is not at all what I wanted to do. Let's do this. F, D, C, B. I'm probably doing this in the least efficient manner possible, but that's par for the course, is it not? That's fine. I'm gonna put a few of these into C tier and move some of these up. So we'll do this. I need to swap, whoops. And then this goes orange, this goes lighter orange. Hey, 2 Epic. What do you guys think? No. This is a... How good is it to have, at organized play, have a one trick or a specialist in this hero? And I think Pharah could be moved to D now. You think Echo C? How many times has Echo ever been meta? Or ever will be meta? Might be in the future, but we have zero precedent for that. Almost zero precedent for that. Like one meta ages ago. I don't think Echo deserves to be Genji, Diva, Reaper. All of these heroes have been meta more often. Even Zarya, right? And I think Mei C. Yeah, I think Mei deserves C. A low C. Pharah C, but it's been so long. Yeah, maybe Pharah C. Queen definitely could move up. Let's leave it at this. Let's leave it at this. What do you guys think? Ashe to C as well? I don't feel like Ashe is enough of a specialist to justify. Brig Specialist is definitely a little bit more valuable. Doom Specialist is definitely a little more valuable. Rhine, Sojourn, Widow, Zen, Ball. I think these are reasonable-ish. Zen I'm not as sure on. Value for... Okay, we gotta go. It's value for one tricking. At a pro level. Boy, Sombra is a weird choice for this map. I mean, it's Lip, you know what I'm saying? But it's crazy to think that... It's crazy to think that, like, in a brawl, will Lip stay or will Lip swap? This would be the map to swap if you were to play anything other than Sombra. He might just stay, though. I would love to see Lip on something else, but no. So basically the difference in compositions is pretty simple. You just have... You're playing more around your Sombra cycles when you push, and if you're Lip and you're really, really good on the backline, right? Then you're going to be doing fine. But if they clear Lip quickly, then Seeker is going to significantly outvalue, because there is not going to be any backline pressure besides Lip. So you're not going to have the follow-up as much. And theoretically, if Valiant have a lot of heroes that can quickly clear a Sombra. Hawk should die. Oh, they kite it. Never mind. There's the beat. There's the lamp. Oh my gosh. That's just crazy. I mean, look at that. Lip's on the back line, and that Atlanta just explodes. That's what you got to do. Valiant is on the right comp for this. Even the Cassidy, I think, is reasonable. I think maybe the Hanzo would be all right. But Cassidy's fine. Basically, you initiate a trade on main, you clear Sombra, then you push. That wall is really bad. Oh, no, they just walk into a blizzard, and then they use blizzard. That's not good execution from Valiant. Very, very, very ugly, very forced. And the one bad thing, the especially bad thing, is that Valiant's comp on paper should be better in the neutrals. Atlanta's comp is better. I mean, this is old Sombra Goats brawl stuff, right? Where you can't lose non-EMP fights in Sombra Goats, right? Thank you, Drysand. And then mechanics, right? Now you're just getting picks. I don't like the Sojourn swap that much. I think that I would have preferred the Hanzo swap. I think Valiant's screwed. I think Valiant is honestly as good as like Valiant is now just not playing very well. And that's it. Even one kill there is huge. It's just more time for Lip to build the next one. Huh. Watch Lip's ult charge. 15%, 20%. I don't understand why Valiant pushed there as hard as they did. Just take the trade. They missed the wall, and then they just were like, let's just push anyway. I don't think this really counts as a spawn hold. Lip is now just SMGing in the back line. I don't like what Valiant... See, Valiant is doing what they really can't be doing. They're running it down, they're running it down, they're running it down. And, okay, well, they're going to win the fight. Oh, wow, they managed to... How did they kill Lip? But Lip is now 70% to his ult. Who's the best Tracer player? I don't know. It's a good question. I mean, Mayo's just going to clean this up. If they get even a halfway decent wall on Crawlway, it should be over. They don't get the wall. They do get the wall. That's it. GG's. Yeah. Valiant really did not look good that map. Stalker, Kevster, Proper, all good. Who would I have wanted to pick up this season? I don't know. I don't really want to talk about London, honestly. Too many guys in that team that I know well and want to do well this season, and I don't want to speculate too much. It's a fair question. It's not an unfair question. I don't really want to answer it. Leave, yep. Lifeweaver S tier, you think? Yes, because what they're going to do is they're going to mega buff Lifeweaver out the wazoo, and then he's going to be so unbelievably broken, you're going to have no idea. What characters should pro flex DPS have in their hero pool? Tracer, plus fill in the blank. Probably having a serviceable hit scan as well is important. Look at Hawk. Hawk throwing bombs out of spawn. Oh, they Sonic out of spawn, y'all. Honestly, they could get fined for that. But that's more of a game design problem. Can you really blame them? No, Lifeweaver is just not. Yeah, I don't even want to talk about Lifeweaver. The Widow is just because why not? You know, there's probably no higher hero in terms of individual value on first fight. So then, yeah, so it's like, might as well go for the shot. You're not losing any ult charge, right? The only problem there is that he starts to take too much damage, so he's just like, dude, just go next, right? Pressure. Now, do you see what Lip does there? This is what makes Lip the best. Lip gets the hack, hides, so that the attention on him is turned away, then uses the damage boost a little bit later. He's not playing for the hack on BAP. He knows it's going to force cooldowns either way. Instead, he's allowing for more uptime for damage pressure by hacking, disengaging, then repushing with full HP. That was perfectly executed. Allows you to do significantly more damage on the target that you're hacking, as long as you don't get scouted. %71% on EMP. Here comes the window. Probably just for a little bit of space. And then you have a mailed advantage. Oh, they're going to flip rotate. Love it. BAP window. Counter window, but it doesn't matter. They've kited too much for it to work. Here comes the mailed. They're probably going to mail either, regardless. There's the EMP. Oh, he doesn't ice block fast enough. Crawley should die. Crawley doesn't die. Wow. That was an expensive investment from Atlanta. That's an ego thing. Valiant is, guys, listen, if you guys have been watching the Overwatch League, you have to know it depends on meta, matchup, mental. This league is unpredictable. Valiant has looked like a totally different team on King's Row than they did on the start of this map. They looked horrible at the start of this map, right? Teams are just not consistent. There's too much human factor where these aren't robots. You know what I'm saying? Liar gets caught. I get some of the confusion, but also like that's just how it works. I would say Valiant is almost certainly better than New York as well. I don't know who else. I mean, you could honestly, yeah. Window and high, touch with Ram. They can't even touch. GG's. Crazy. That's crazy. I mean, I thought Valiant gave it a good fight. I think the first two maps were fairly competitive at points. But the problem with Atlanta is they're just too good in too many different ways. They're good teamwork-wise, they're good strategy-wise, and just when you think that you've got an edge, they hit a pulse bomb, or they hit a shot. And it just makes it very frustrating to play against as a team like Valiant, where they're just going to do more mechanical plays more often than you are. Okay, here's the one trick. Let's finish this tier list and then we'll call it. Value. I don't think Ryan is an A tier. I think Ryan is reasonably valuable. I think Sojourn is reasonably valuable. I think you could probably arguably put Sojourn in like C tier-ish. But I don't know, man. I'll put it in C tier. Yeah, Rain doesn't have a lot of weaknesses right now, for sure. I'm also open to putting Zenyatta in C tier in terms of Overwatch League one trickable. I'll say C tier, Zen. Genji's B, maybe. Maybe. I think having a one-trick Genji opens you up too much, and there's not many maps or points where you have to play Genji. That's more of a meta-specific thing, which lines up with the rest of these heroes. Like, would you benefit from having a Sigma OTP on Junkerton? Yes. But you don't have to. I'm happy with the rest of this list, I think. Ana Kiriko, Winston, Sombra, definitely very valuable to have specialists in those heroes. S tier, you can't not have a good Lucio and Tracer player. Like, it's just not possible for you not. One trick Lucio is something that happens in many metas and has happened for years. Same thing with Tracer. Diva C, no, not in Overwatch 2. In Overwatch 1, you could probably put Diva in A tier or even S tier, but no. So again, this is the tier list for Overwatch League one-trick ability. How valuable is a one-trick Tracer in Overwatch League or a one-trick Lucio? There's not really anybody that I would describe in Overwatch League that's a one-trick in many of these heroes. But yeah. Definitely Lucio Tracer, definitely Ana. I think Kiriko, having a strong Kiriko player is extremely valuable as well. You could probably argue that Kiriko is more of a B tier as of recently, but I'll put her in like weak A. Doom C. See, the problem with Doom and Ball is they fall into the same category for me, where I'm hesitant to put them in C because they're so mechanically specialist that even though their metas are extremely infrequent, same thing goes with Widow. When you have a specialist at one of these three heroes, you are in really good spot. And I think the same thing goes to a lesser extent with Reinhardt as well. But the difference with Reinhardt is those metas happen more frequently. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, the gap between an Overwatch League player who plays ball and a a really good ball player is pretty big. Cassidy, Echo D, yeah, because Cassidy, the gap between like being a phenomenal Cassidy player and a really good Cassidy player isn't enough to be a huge deal. Is there an argument for Winston S? Yes, there is, or at least top of A. Sombra A, because the expression of Sombra, similarly to Doom and Winston, is so high that the gap between a great Sombra like Lip and a serviceable Sombra is monstrous, more so than almost any other hero. And the difference between Sombra and Doomfist's Ball is we've seen more Sombra metas than we've seen Doomfist or Ball metas. So it's more likely to occur. Because you have to keep in mind, guys, this isn't just the difference between a great fill-in-the-blank and a great fill-in-the-blank, right? Otherwise, Symmetra would be way higher, because the difference between a great Symmetra and a bad Symmetra is really big. But Symmetra is almost never meta, or at least the way that she's played is very fundamentally basic, right? Same thing, the Sombra and Doomfist and Wrecking Ball have similar skill expressions. Maybe even these guys are higher, but Sombra is meta way more often. And is more likely to be meta way more often. The problem with OTP Winston is that so many non-OTP Winstons are insane. Right. I won't even say OTP, just specialist, right? I don't think the gap between a great Winston and a very good Winston is big enough to justify. You outplay Dante bad, but Dante's not a good Winston. Dante is not a good Winston. Dante is a serviceable Winston right now. Ah, okay. Got it. You see. Yeah, so I don't know. I think this is obviously very subjective, and a lot of this is just guesswork, right? Like, what if Queen stays gigabuffed and Queen becomes the new meta, right? You know, I think the reason Queen moved from D to C to me was just Hanbin, that last stage, right? Where hitting knives was such a big deal that even with the buffed hitbox that she has right now, it's still a really big deal to hit your knives. So having somebody that can consistently hit knives is a massive gap between a serviceable Queen and a good Queen. I agree, Matt. I agree, Matt. Like, the funny thing here is that all the heroes in F aren't even, like, skill-less heroes. A lot of them are more skill-less, but, like, Symmetra, for example, has a lot of skill expression, but she's just never going to be meta, and the way that she's played in Owl is never going to need that skill expression, right? Same thing with Echo, right? The difference between best Echo and not best Echo is pretty large, but it's just not really a necessary thing. They're too niche, right? Mercy as well. I think there are some Overwatch League supports right now that are horrible Mercies, but it doesn't really matter. How do you apply game knowledge into gameplay? Set goals from the knowledge that you have into how you can execute it in gameplay. Who do you think was the best sim we've ever seen? I don't know. There was somebody that comes to mind who was really good with the TP usage and like setting up solo TPs a lot and like flanking on backline. I don't remember who it was. I think it was last season. I was very impressed by this summer, but I know that's literally not helpful whatsoever because I can't remember who it was. Maybe it was Sparkle? But using the TP was really important. Yeah, these are my opinions. I don't think it was Naga. I think it was a Korean player. I think Lucio S, because Lucio has been meta and will probably continue to be meta for ages to come. And the gap between a good Lucio and a great Lucio is noticeable. It's noticeable. It's significant. The thing with Lucio is that even if the gap isn't that big as it is with other ones, because he is so meta, it's quantity, not quality, right? You're going to be playing so much Lucio that you're going to be able to get the value out of being a superior. A superior, I say. Like, you're going to get a lot of mileage out of having a strong Lucio player. Even if the gap between a great Lucio and a good Lucio isn't as much as it is in other heroes. Why are all Koreans gonna watch? I don't think that's necessarily the case. I think a lot of from my experience with working with them and knowing of them, I think a lot of the Asian work culture is they're a little bit more dedicated and they apply themselves really hard. They work really hard so they can learn things quickly. And it's also a much bigger part of their culture than esports is in America. So it's like much more organic, just like how Americans are better at sports. It doesn't necessarily mean anything biological. It's just more part of our culture than it is in Korea. And vice versa, I think, with a lot of the esports. Like, the esports scene is so much more well developed, to my knowledge. I'm trying to learn Tracer, but I have a problem with aiming. It takes like 3 clips to kill someone. Keep practicing. Keep practicing. Huh. That's always the cop-out answer. But it's true. What is the cat's name? Which one? That is Grimbjorn. And there's a cat over here named Amari, who's now yawning. Practice. I'm losing all blinks in fights and we lose. How to fix it? Practice. Good timing, good angles. Try to save your blinks for your engage and not to set up. Practice. Trigger discipline too. Yeah. Grimbjorn, come here, bud. Grab, come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Hey. Oh, good boy. How do I get gooder? Well, you do gooder things. I have ego and don't recall. That's okay. Edging your recall is a good thing to practice. My cat is a good singer, yeah. What is he? Was he being naughty?
No, I was gonna let him out.
Oh, okay. All right, chat. I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna toss a raid to somebody in my Discord. Spicy clicks heads. Not sure who this person is, but they're in my Discord, so they get a raid. Loves and kisses. There's the naked baby. This is not my child.
No, this is not. This is a borrowed baby.
A borrowed baby.
For promotional purposes.
For promotional purposes. Chat, loves and kisses. We will be back on Tuesday with a live analysis of a match of your choice. Stay close to Twitter to vote for stuff that I'm going to analyze. Farewell.
3, 2, 1.